it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate this football season and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details. Getting you ready for some more high school football here. Week number 8, top of the hour. We've got Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley from Schuylkill Valley, the 51st annual Frost Bowl. Matt Knobb sits across from me. I'm Jeff Nolan. A little bit later on, Adam Cook's going to join us as well. We get you set for the game, kickoff at 7 o'clock, and we'll update you with scores at the half, and on the scoreboard show, we'll get you all the finals. Don't forget, if you're driving around listening to us, you can watch this game on our free YouTube channel, 830 WEEU Sports. That's archived. Anything we've done so far this season on YouTube, you can watch them. They're archived. Also, on the scoreboard show tonight, we are going to turn on the cameras in studio. Both Matt and I went out, and we've been clothed by area clothing companies. So we are dressed to the nines and ready to go. Matt, you're looking pretty spiffy tonight.
Thanks, Jeff. So are you, as we are dressed in our normal attire.
Well, listen, we got to make it sound, at least it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting tonight, 51st annual Frost Bowl, these two teams. I did some digging. Do you know what the Frost Bowl is?
Yes, I'm familiar with the Frost Bowl. Obviously, there's
why it is the Frost Bowl.
King Frost Parade up in Hamburg. Used to be played the last Friday of October. Since the two teams moved to the Lancaster 11 League, the schedule has got it shifted around. But the Frost Bowl, obviously, the first frost of the fall, usually occurs in late October. The King Frost Parade up in Hamburg. It all goes together.
So who's currently leading the series?
The series is about as close as it gets. Schuylkill Valley leads the series 25-24 with one tie all time. So Hamburg can knot it up 25-25 tonight with a victory.
How's the season gone recently? The series recently,
Schuylkill
and don't
Valley,
go too fast because I'm writing all this down.
Schuylkill Valley has won the last two matchups, Jeff. And
they're
going for the third win in a row over Hamburg.
Bob and Matt Lytle will catch you up on all the details coming up in that game in just a little bit. It will be two fun-looking quarterbacks. Alex Letris at Schuylkill Valley has thrown for 15 touchdowns, and Isaac McFadden could do it with both arm and leg. He's got 5 in the air, and he's got 7 on the ground. So it'll be interesting to see. It's been rough for Hamburg, only 2 wins this season, both games by a point. Schuylkill Valley, 3-1 is normally pretty good in the league, but when the teams in front of you, Annville, Cleona, and Berks Catholic, are unbeaten, makes things hard. So they're playing, and that'll be fun. It'll be a good game, and glad to get Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley on the schedule and kind of spread the love out a little bit.
Absolutely. Both these teams feature a lot of young players. I'm looking at the breakdown here. Schuylkill Valley's heavy on juniors and seniors, 14 in each class. Hamburg's got 11 freshmen on the roster and 10 juniors. So not too many seniors for either team. So they're still finding their footing, even though we're sort of in the final stages of the regular season. But it should be an exciting rivalry game.
Yeah, and we have, for our fans from Hamburg and from Schuylkill Valley listening right now or watching us on the YouTube channel, if you go to social media at 830 WEEU, there's a mic'd up Schuylkill Valley player, and also we did fun and games with Hamburg. So there's a couple videos up there on our social media platforms we definitely want you to check out.
A couple of the Hamburg players picked up on the riddles pretty quickly, Jeff. They're sharp.
They were. I was really surprised because Adam and also Sophie Siemens, we were all together on that afternoon, and they had me try them prior to, and I wasn't even close on any of them.
Yeah, they weren't easy as I watched the video.
Yeah, and before, Bob, you say anything out there, I don't think you would have gotten me either, so don't, just go easy on me. Hey, speaking of going easy, let's look at games we're going to follow tonight, and we'll cue up that music and get it ready. Also, let's go over a final from last night. Berks Catholic yesterday beat Columbia 37-0 for the Saints. They're now 5-0. They have a 1-game lead over Annville Cleona in Section 5. Annville Cleona plays tonight. For Berks Catholic, they are 5-0 in the league. They are 6-2 overall. Spreading the ball out yesterday as far as touchdowns and what happened. It was a great defensive effort as well. The defense, the rush defense for Berks Catholic, negative yardage, held Columbia, the Crimson Tide, to negative yards rushing yesterday.
I'm sure the Saints coaching staff had no complaints about that.
No, 88 yards in the air total. So the defense really came through. Nick DeFazio with a touchdown pass to Johnny Suppi. Coy Kohler had a touchdown run. Jeremiah Kamara had a touchdown run. Aiden Curley had one. And Faith Zudi had a 48-yard run for Berks Catholic in the win yesterday. All right, games we're going to pay attention to tonight. Of course, it's our game at the top of the hour. That is Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley. Also, AJ Gonzalez is at the Wilson Penn Manor game. We'll check in with him after they play 4 quarters there. Reading and Manheim Township. Reading coming off a win, their first last week against McCaskey. McCaskey looking for their first win on the road tonight against Cedar Crest. Matt, we have a non-league game tonight, Exeter and who?
Exeter's traveling to Hempfield tonight. The Eagles looking to improve to 8-0. Elizabethtown, they're going to travel to Conestoga Valley. The Buckskins also looking to go 8-0.
By the way, for the Buckskins, we'll see them next week as they will host Exeter. That will be our game of the week next week. Let's take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll finish rolling our lineup of games tonight, tell you what to expect. It's the pregame show being brought to you by Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf, located there on 5th Street Highway in Temple. You're listening to us on the Voice of Berks and Beyond, 830 WEEU.
Redner's Markets makes grocery shopping more convenient with Redner's Ready. Shop online and place your order as far as 4 days ahead or as little as 2 hours before pickup at your selected store. Our personal shoppers handpick your items and accommodate any instructions for your grocery needs. There's no difference between in-store and online pricing and no extra cost for pickup. And you can even have your order delivered by DoorDash for a small fee. Skip the trip with Redner's Ready. Shop online at rednersmarkets.com.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA-crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's Kettle Chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley at the top of the hour on our free YouTube channel, 830 WEEU Sports. You can also listen online, 830WEEU.com on the radio signal as well. Other games we're going to follow tonight include Governor Mifflin and Lebanon. Our Dalton Moore will check in from that one. Ephrata and Muhlenberg. Ephrata and Muhlenberg, that's going to be AJ Gonzalez, so we'll have representation there. Jarrett Montalto will tell us about the Wilson game against Penn Manor. Solanco and Cocalico. That's at Solanco tonight. Conrad Weiser's lost 3 in a row. They are on the road against Warwick. Fleetwood and Manheim Central at Manheim Central. Garden Spot travels to the tiny but cozy Borough Bristol right there on Ratcliffe Street. That is a non-league game for Garden Spot. 5A against 2A, by the way, Bristol being the 2A. Elko against Lampeter Strasburg. That's at Strasburg tonight. Octorara in Northern Lebanon at Northern Lebanon. The Daniel Booth Donegal game postponed to Monday because the young man who was killed in the car accident, the basketball player a few days ago, they are going to observe him tonight. And again, our condolences to the family of that young man and the heartache they're going through. Anvil Cleona has a chance to catch Berks Catholic in the standings tonight, but they've got to do it with a win at home tonight against Peckway Valley. And Kutztown and Lancaster Catholic, that is at Lancaster Catholic. Don't forget tomorrow, we're at Wyomissing for Wyomissing and Twin Valley. Wyomissing is number 3 in the 4A state polls. Twin Valley's number 5. We've got all the coverage beginning at 1:15. That's video only on our YouTube channel. Check that out. All right, that is all the time that we have here. We will check up with the scores and highlights at the half and all the finals in the post-game show. Follow us on 830 Scores. For Matt Knob, I'm Jeff Nolan. Let's get ready now to send it out to Schuylkill Valley High School with our own Bob McCool and Matt Lytle.
It's time for high school football. Presented by Savage Auto Group on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and
High
beyond.
school sports on WEEU is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A, Celebration Villa of Exeter, Diefenbach Snacks, the Coley Insurance Group, Keith Heating and Air Conditioning, Habitat for Humanity Restore, Overhead Door Company, Render's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Ready Fight Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Shell's Restaurant, Mini Golf and Dairy Swirl, Spots Insurance, UECU, United Way of Berks County, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
WEEU is proud to showcase the talent and skill of our local high school athletes. From every tackle to every blitz and every thrilling touchdown, we bring you the best calls and analysis. Now, live from the field, your hosts, Bob McCool and Matt Lytle.
Tonight from Schuylkill Valley High School in Leesport, it's the Hamburg Hawks and the Schuylkill Valley Panthers as high school football coverage continues here on WEEU. The Hawks coming in at 2-5 overall in the season. They are 1-3 to this point in time in the schedule in Section 5 of the Lancaster 11 League. The Schuylkill Valley Panthers are 3-1 in section play and 4-3 overall. This is the 51st edition of the Frost Bowl. If you just heard Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob talk a little bit about the history of this series, it's a pretty good one. The Frost Bowl rivalry is pretty much as even as you can get. Now, there have been some stops and starts in this series because Schuylkill Valley folded the program for a few years, have brought the program back, and now this, the 51st edition of this rivalry, Schuylkill Valley, because they've won 3 in a row, leads the series. 25 wins for Schuylkill Valley, 24 wins for Hamburg, and there has been a tie. As I said, Schuylkill Valley won it 3 years in a row, including last year. They won it on Hawk Hill by a score of 30-24. The Panthers are the defending Section 5 champion in the Lancaster 11 League. They're knocking on the doorstep to try to get there. They're a game behind Annville, Cleona, and Berks Catholic, who are unbeaten so far in Section 5. Schuylkill Valley also primed for a spot in the District 3 AAA playoffs as well, and nothing would make a young Hawk team happier than to try to spoil all those plans with a victory tonight in this rivalry. High school sports is presented by Savage Auto Group on WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. And as always, our broadcasts are available to you for free to watch on our YouTube channel. That's 8:30 WEEU Sports. Sit back and enjoy high school football. Again, presented by Savage Auto Group as our Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf pregame show continues from Leesport after this.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County Sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf. Fuel up for game day with their delicious burgers, their hot dogs, fried chicken, barbecue sandwiches, French fries, and, of course, ice cream. Have your own gridiron battle on their 27-hole miniature golf course. Still plenty of time to get out there and enjoy Shell's Miniature Golf Course as well out on the 5th Street Highway. Visit Shell's on the 5th Street Highway in Temple as we get our game rolling alongside Matt Lytle. My name is Bob McCool. Again, Schuylkill Valley and Hamburg is our matchup tonight. Schuylkill Valley coached by Bruce Harbach. He's had a tremendous amount of success as a high school football coach, and he's done it as well here, was making Schuylkill Valley a consistent winner. 26-20 so far in this his 5th season. The schedule so far for the Panthers, losses to Muhlenberg and Fleetwood and a win over Daniel Boone on the non-league side of things. And as I said, they're 3-1 so far in Section 5 with wins over Kutztown, Pequay Valley, and Columbia. Their lone loss was to Berks Catholic. But Bruce Harbach is a coach who does like to run a balanced offense, being able to run the ball and throw the ball. He has a quarterback in Alex Electros. He took over for Logan Narok. He was a very solid quarterback for Schuylkill Valley. Played pretty much all of 3 seasons as a quarterback here for Schuylkill Valley. But the Panthers are averaging 160 yards a game through the air and 130 on the ground. It's pretty good balance, but Alex Electris is a big part of that, and he may do some of it tonight as much with his feet as with his arm.
Yeah, I would agree. I would think that Alex Electris is going to be a big part of the offense tonight. Bruce Harbach, to talk about him as the head coach here, he's a great leader. He's done a great job with the culture here, really reviving Schuylkill Valley and the Panthers, getting them going. Coach Harbach loves throwing the ball. I'll say that. He loves throwing a pigskin. He's a former quarterback. But tonight, I think you're going to see a balanced attack like in the past. Like you said, 127 yards rushing per game, 162 through the air. But Alex Electris, he not only can beat you throwing it, he can beat you with his feet. I would look for him tonight. We'll probably see a lot of RPOs. Get him out on the perimeter, making plays with his feet along with throwing it down the field.
And he's got some targets to throw to. There's no doubt about that. He's got a couple different targets, and he's got a variety of backs in the backfield. We'll see Brandon Pyle. We'll see Logan Kamoff. Irvin Ortiz has earned a lot more playing time as well. Logan Kamoff is a really good athlete, and Bruce Harbach said he'd probably be a bigger piece of the offense, except I need him so much more on defense. He is so good defensively that I try to give him a rest when I can on the offensive side. But obviously, if need be, Logan Kamoff is a guy who will maybe give the football to a whole lot, but he really likes the skill set that Brandon Pyle brings to the table.
Yeah, Logan Kamoff Sr., right? He's just a grinder, big kid, good leader on the team. But getting back to Brandon Pyle, a junior, number 4, he's had 513 yards rushing, 8+ yards per carry, 6 touchdowns. What coach did say to us on the sidelines before the game, pregame, this kid runs a 4.3, 4.4 40. You get the ball to Pyle and you get him an opening, he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him.
Right. And so that's the challenge that Tyler Hartranft, the head coach for Hamburg, has. Coach Hartranft is familiar with this program. He was an offensive coordinator at Hamburg in 2022 and 23. Last year took the opportunity to go to Pottsville, was the offensive coordinator for the Crimson Tide. The job opened up with Matt Hoffert leaving, and Tyler Hartranft becomes the new head coach for Hamburg. And he knows very much what he's got in front of him, and that's a very young football team led by a freshman at quarterback. Isaac McFadden, a kid with a ton of potential, but again, just a 9th grader. But you do have to admire the fact that, Matt, even though the ball is running through the freshman's hands, he's only had 1 reception. And it's not because he hasn't thrown it. It's not because he's not a big piece of the offense. He's been the starter since day 1, but 1 interception. We're going into week 8.
Yes, I mean, this kid's going to be special as a freshman, throwing 1 interception. And look, it's almost a mirror image. I know Alex Electris is not a freshman. Alex Electris is a junior. But across the sidelines, you got McFadden. McFadden is throwing the ball as a freshman. He's got less of a completion percentage. He's throwing 779 yards on the season, but he's rushing for 219 yards on the season with 7 touchdowns, 5 in the air, 7 on the ground. So this McFadden, as a freshman, he can make plays. He can hurt you through the air or on the ground. So it's almost like we've got a mirror image of quarterbacks, the type of play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, there's no question. You can remember the name Isaac McFadden because he's going to be a player in this league and in this county for the next couple of years. Just a 9th grader, but he's going to have a lot of playing time under his belt on Hawk Hill for sure. It's time for our keys to the game, and they're brought to you by RE/MAX Real Estate agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience providing countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. Call 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. Hamburg, Schuylkill Valley, and Matt Lytle has his keys to tonight's football game.
Bob, as I said, Schuylkill Valley head coach Bruce Harbach loves to throw the pigskin. With that said, he's got 4 returning offensive linemen. Hamburg's weakness has been stopping the run. They're giving up 271 yards rushing per game. With the tenured offensive line up front for Schuylkill Valley, look for Schuylkill Valley to control the line of scrimmage and get both Alex Electris comfortable in the pocket and opening holes for running back Brandon Pyle. As with any rivalry game, team with the least turnovers should win this one. As for Hamburg, Coach Hartranft must get his young quarterback settled in early tonight in Isaac McFadden, who's a freshman. They've been relying on his arm and feet to make plays. Sophomore running backs Bryce Schmeck and Thomas Johnson need to be physical tonight between the tackles. This young team will need to minimize mistakes in all three phases of the game in order to beat Schuylkill Valley. Look for a few wrinkles in Hamburg's attack tonight to keep Schuylkill Valley defense off balance. Let's go, Frost Bowl.
And the frost is appropriate because as we take a look at our game time weather outlook, there's a little bit of a crispness in the air. Feels a little bit more like football season than what we've experienced in the first few weeks of the year. Our game time weather outlook is brought to you by the United Way of Berks County. For 100 years, United Way has been a force for help, hope, and opportunity. They lead and invest in programs that strengthen education, literacy, food security, and job opportunities, helping children and families to survive. Together, they do right here, building a stronger community for generations. Learn more or volunteer at uwberks.org. Our game time temperature, first time we have been in the 50s, 59 to be exact, is our game time temperature. A little bit of a breeze in the air as well, at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So keep that into consideration. And by the way, speaking of Schuylkill Valley's got themselves a real weapon as a kicker in Reese Wamshire. He had a game-winning field goal last week for Schuylkill Valley in their win over Columbia. I asked Bruce Harbach before the game tonight, if you had to, how far could Reese Wamshire kick a field goal? And he said, 45 yards. I said, you said that pretty nonchalant. 45-yard field goal in high school is a pretty significant kick, and it's a pretty big weapon to have at your disposal.
Oh, it's a huge weapon to have. You know, when you got a kicker that can tie the game,
right,
or put you over by 3, that's definitely something you can pull out late in the fourth quarter.
It's time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 110 years. New memberships are now being accepted, and it's only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, Taste of Italy, right here in Reading. For the Hawks, up front, protecting the young quarterback Isaac McFadden. The center is John Sharp. The guards, Caden Mason and Wayton Gaffney. The tackles are Ashton Reppert and Jacob Wagner. The tight end is a big one. Mason Strunk is 6'4" and 230 pounds. Owen Bentz and Elijah Metzler are the receivers, along with Ethan Horvath. Bryce Schmack, 5'8", 200-pound sophomore, converted from tight end to being their number one running back right now, along with McFadden in the backfield. And the defense for Schuylkill Valley, Nate Kyer and Hunter Derlin are the ends, along with Jadian Atacola and Nick Moyer at the tackles. We'll also see Fouad Abdulatif in there as the defensive end as well. The outside backers are Irvin Ortiz and Anthony Batista. The inside backers are Logan Kamoff and Noah Sonnen. The corners, Grant Vogel and Pamboj Sar. The free safety is Alex Gerhardt. Offensively, Matt used the word tenure for the offensive line. He means that by saying that there are 4 of these 5 starters for Schuylkill Valley up front returned from a year ago. The only one who did not start last year is the biggest of the bunch in Aiden Arias, who's 6'4" and 290 at one guard spot, along with Gabe Kyer at the other guard spot. His twin brother Nate is at one tackle, and Noah Sonnen is the other tackle, 6'1", 220-pound senior. And Spencer Mounts, 5'10", 220, is the center, with Hunter Derlin as the tight end. Alex Garrett, Seth Klinikowski, and Anthony Batista are the receivers. We mentioned about the multiple backs that they will use. Brandon Pyle is their number one back, but they'll also use Irvin Ortiz, and Logan Kamoff, along with Alex Aletris, the junior quarterback, behind center for Schuylkill Valley. The defense for the Hawks, it'll be a 4-2 defensive alignment for Hamburg, with Sawyer Smith and Ashton Reppert as the ends. William Marciano and Wayton Gaffney are the tackles. Alexander Valentino and Bryce Schmeck are the linebackers. Owen Betts and Elijah Metzler are the corners. And then 3 safeties, Andrew Arroyo, Logan Work, and Ethan Horvath. That's the matchup. Again, it is Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley. Senior night here at Schuylkill Valley High School. The football team, the cheerleaders all being introduced as the senior night here for Schuylkill Valley. The Panthers will have, obviously, like everyone else, has 2 more games left to play, but they will both be road games for Schuylkill Valley at Annville Kelowna next week, and then at Lancaster Catholic the final week. And, of course, Bruce Harbach spent a couple of years with Lancaster Catholic. How many? 16, and he won a couple of state championships as well, district championships as well as state championships in 2009 and 2011. He's brought that winning mindset to Schuylkill Valley, and the Panthers last year getting into the district playoffs, winning in the quarterfinals over Littlestown, and then losing in the semifinals of the District 3 playoffs against Trinity in overtime by a 20-17 score. For Hamburg last year, they made it. They did not get it into the district playoffs, but they did qualify and were invited to the Eastern Conference playoffs. They lost in the championship game to North Pocono in that game and ended the season a year ago at 6-5. But right now, Hamburg is 2-5. Schuylkill Valley is 4-3. We've introduced you to starting lineups. We've introduced you as well to Matt Lytle's keys to the game. We'll take a timeout, back with more high school football presented by Savage Auto Group as our Shell's Restaurant pregame show continues after this.
Support your Berks County community while purchasing great new and used furniture, appliances, and building supplies at the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore carries brand name new and used appliances, furniture, home decor, and more. Many new items are manufacturer direct and are available at unbeatable prices. Stop by the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or visit our website at restoreberks.org for more information.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
At Leibensberger Funeral Home, serving the community has always been the highest priority. Now in their 90th year in business, there are now 4 generations of the Leibensberger family who continue to live and work within those communities. In your time of need, turn to someone you know and trust. The Leibensberger Funeral Homes are proud supporters of both the Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley School Districts. To learn more about both their Hamburg and Leesport locations, visit LeibensbergerFuneralHomes.com. Alongside Matt Lytle, my name is Bob McCool. Our Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf pregame show rolls on. Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley, and a whole lot more football coming your way this weekend here on WEEU. As tomorrow on the radio will be Penn State and Northwestern. That kicks off at 3:30. We started with Nittany Extra. If you missed it before tonight's game, the Nittany Extra episode with Rich Garcella and myself, and we'll be joined by Penn State broadcaster Brian Tripp on the show. That gets underway at 1:30. And then the Penn State pregame show at 2, and then at 3:30 is kickoff time with Steve Jones and Jack Ham. Penn State and Northwestern. High school football for you tomorrow. It'll be a video stream only on our YouTube page, and it's Wyomissing and Twin Valley in a battle of unbeatens. 2 state-ranked teams, both at 7-0 on the season. Twin Valley ranked 5th in the state in Class 4A. Wyomissing ranked 3rd in the state in Class 4A. Should be an interesting matchup. And Matt, I know the Wyomissing Spartans, Twin Valley, we got a chance to do that game last year. Wyomissing won it out, but the Section 4 is shaping up exactly as it did last year, with Lampeter Strasburg just waiting in the wings, because next week Twin Valley plays Lampeter Strasburg, and then the last week of the season Wyomissing plays Lampeter Strasburg. It's like deja vu all over again right now in Section 4, the way this thing is unfolding. But right now, Twin Valley and Wyomissing are just rolling over people, waiting to get till tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, you've got two very talented teams, very similar to one another. Obviously, they run the wing T on both sides. Coach Myers, he'll expand it a little bit. Coach Wolfram, it's X's and O's. It's fundamentals, blocking and tackling, and he's going to pound it. They do have a quarterback now in Brady Eisenhower that can throw it, but they've got weapons. When Justice Hardy, and then Brady's brother, Chase Eisenhower. You got Nadrowski.
Right.
And then on the other side of the ball, Twin Valley's got a couple when Johnson and
Drew Engel, who was missing last, and Lucas Myers, of course.
Myers.
Yes, Evan Myers, the quarterback who is graduated. He's now playing at He's now at Kutztown, but Lucas Myers is back and playing both sides of the football. Yeah, there's weapons all over the field, and it'll be interesting to see how they go about things tomorrow. They're just, again, Twin Valley's averaging almost 60 points a game. They've scored 60 plus 4 times this year. And Wyomissing, it's so interesting because we always talk about Wyomissing and they kind of beat you down and it's like belly punches through 4 quarters. But because of what they have now, we saw this in the Southern Columbia game with Justice Hardy and his ability to break a play anywhere. But even we've seen the Nydrowskis and the Eisenhowers go for 60 yards too. So they can make big plays happen. It's not just, they still could do the 12-play drives for 80 yards and a touchdown, but they can also turn the field quickly with what they have in that skill set.
No question. And when you're running the wing T, you're running, you got 2 H-backs and you got a fullback. One of the halfbacks going on one side of the field, the other ones go to the other side of the field, and you got the fullback who's usually north and south. Well,
right.
Let me tell you, you can't key on any of those guys. It's not like it's one-man band.
Right.
All 3 of them, to your point, can take it the distance,
right.
and they're very talented. Not only that, you have Westwood that also comes in at fullback, and he's a bruiser. So they've got a lot of talent on that team. And I'll be remiss if I forget about Fleischhood.
Right.
Fleischhood to put in at halfback, and he can take it the distance. So Wyomissing is loaded in the backfield.
Right.
It's just how will they match up with Twin Valley on the defensive side of the ball? Because Twin Valley can score points fast as well.
They can indeed, and they have so far this season. We'll have that one for you tomorrow. Again, video only on our YouTube page at 8:30 WEEU Sports. We will take a timeout. When we come back, it's kickoff time as our Shell's Restaurant pregame show continues after this.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Hey, Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate this football season and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
High school football at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. We are moments away from kickoff, and the kickoff tonight's game is presented by the Coley Insurance Group. Discover the power of choice with Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group with locations in Muhlenberg and Wyomissing. They're a fully independent insurance agency with access to over 40 top-rated insurance carriers to ensure you get the best coverage at the best price. Whether it is auto, home, or life insurance, they have you covered. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice is yours. Call their team today at 484-848-6088. Again, it's Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley about to tee it up. As I said, going into tonight's game, if you missed it, it's the 51st edition of it. Schuylkill Valley won last year's 50th, their 3rd win in a row in this series to take a series lead of 25-24-1 in this long-standing rivalry on the Battle of 61. And it will be Schuylkill Valley to kick off. Hamburg will bring Elijah Metzler and Ethan Horvath back deep, awaiting the kickoff return. And, of course, it is, as we talked about, Reese Wamsher, who has the good leg, and Wamsher, a junior. Bruce Harbach said he's already begun to get some interest from some college programs as well for his ability. He said next year he will be he's going to put him in as a skill set. He's a really good athlete. He thinks he'll be a wide receiver for the Panthers as well next year as a senior, in addition to his abilities as a kicker. A little bit of a delay before they give the signal to kick for some reason. Don't know what that reason is, but it'll be Schuylkill Valley to get the football, or excuse me, it'll be Hamburg to get the football first. Wamsher's kick will be Metzler from about his own 5-yard line. He's across the 15 to the 20 and will not quite get to the 20. Good open field tackle by Schuylkill Valley will deny Horvath on the or Metzler on the return at about the 18-yard line. That's where Isaac McFadden and the Hawks will go to work. McFadden on the season, 65 for 132, just a tick under 50% on the year. 779 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
That was number 10 there, Anthony Batista, one of their wide receivers coming down on kickoff, tackling for a short kick return there out to the 20 for the Hawks.
Strunk, the tight end, shifts from left wing to right. Fake the handoff. McFadden rolls out, going to dump it for Strunk. It goes through his hands and then through the hands of a defender as well. In and out of the fingertips of Strunk and almost picked off by Schuylkill Valley's Irvin Ortiz, who was there as well. The pass falls harmlessly and a break there for Hamburg. That it was not picked off. It's 2nd and 10.
I like the misdirection calling right out of the gate, getting the freshman, comfortable. Little play action pass there, faking to the short side of the field with a quick throw. Back to it again.
Roll swing pass out. Pass is caught, wrapped up, and brought down. The ball comes out, but the ball carrier was down, and the ball carrier was Elijah Metzler. They just a little bubble screen to Metzler, and he picks up a couple yards across the 20 out to the 24 and a gain of 6. It'll put Hamburg in a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, nice tempo there by the Hawks out of shotgun with this freshman. Freshman with a single back. Looking at the sidelines for the call now.
Horvath, the lone receiver on the left side. Bentz and Metzler split to the right with the tight end Strunk off the line of scrimmage as well. And McFadden will roll that way, looking for somebody open. Can't find anybody open. Is he going to run with it? He's going to try to, but they'll cut him off and drop him for a loss back close to the 20. So McFadden couldn't find anybody open, couldn't turn the edge as well, and gets bumped down for a loss back close to the 20. It'll bring up 4th down, and Hamburg will punt the football.
Yeah, that was a sprint to the wide side of the field there. They had a 2-man receiver routes down the field, with Schmeck leading on the sprint out there by McFadden. Now McFadden, as he's rolling out, should have thrown that ball away. Freshman mistake. I don't take the loss. Throw the ball away and punt it away. Don't lose the yards.
The punter will be Bryce Schmeck. The return man is Irvin Ortiz. Good kick, and it backs Ortiz up, and he spins away from the first line of tacklers and gets it back across midfield. So it's a great kick by Schmeck to back him up to his own 40, but a nice spin move by Irvin Ortiz gets away from a tackler, and Schuylkill Valley is going to get great field position right at midfield on its first possession of the football game.
Yeah, beautiful spin move there. Get that up the field, down the Hawks sidelines.
So right at midfield is where the Panthers start their first series. Alex Aletris on the season, 53% completion percentage. He's over 1,100 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, but he has thrown 6 interceptions. Kamoff will be the back in the backfield to start. Klinikowski also split on one side, on the right side, to give his to Kamoff up right at the gut. Nothing there. Kicks outside. Going to turn it into a couple-yard gain. Nice second effort by Kamoff as he's tripped up and brought down by Ethan Horvath, and a gain of 5 to the Hamburg 45.
That's that power we were talking about, with Coach Harbach. Kamoff, 6'1", 175 pounds. It looked like he was stuffed in the backfield. Stiff-armed the guy or lowered his shoulder, bounced off a tackler, and ended up nice 5-yard game. 2nd and 5 for the Panthers.
Now Kamoff will come out, and Brandon Pyle is in instead. Schuylkill Valley will bring 3 receivers all to the right side, the near side of the field. Fake a handoff and a little dump-off pass. Pass is caught by Garrett. He has got himself a first down as he's tripped up all the way down at the Hamburg 30-yard line. Again, Horvath on the tackle, maybe even a touchdown-saving tackle. First down, Schuylkill Valley at the Hamburg 27-yard line.
Yeah, nice little play action there. Fake the dive, stood up tall and hit Alex Garrett on the money on a quick slant over the middle with that trips to the field. Hit the inside receiver down the slot.
So at the 27-yard line, opening series for Schuylkill Valley. 9:34 left to go in the first quarter. Panthers at the Hawk 27-yard line, first down and 10. Again, 3 receivers this time bunched to the right side for Aletris. Fakes the handoff. He wants to keep it himself. No, he's going to throw it. There's that RPO as he dumps it off for Garrett. Garrett spins out, and again, it's Horvath into the tackle inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. That'll be another Schuylkill Valley first down.
That was an impressive play there by Alex Aletris. He was about to get tackled. He was going to tuck the ball. He was going to run, stood up, threw it outside wide to his back, and his back did the rest for another first down.
It's almost like a lateral. I mean, it's a forward pass, but it's almost like just a toss sweep in the context of it, the way that whole thing unfolds.
Yeah, stretch it out wide, almost get it out on the perimeter. If you're going to get tackled, stop and kick it out to your running back out wide. Yeah, totally. Another RPO option.
Split backs this time. It's going to be Pyle on his first carry, trying to turn the corner, and he will not get there as he's run out of bounds by Andrew Arroyo for the Hawks right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Pyle definitely has some quicks. You can see that. But nothing going here to the short side of the field. Really should have stuck his foot in the ground and went north and south.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Schuylkill Valley as Hamburg trying to buckle down now inside the red zone at the Hawk 14-yard line. Pyle will stay in their backfield. Looks like now they're going to shift him up to a wing on the right with Cam off the back in the backfield. Letcher's taking the snap from the shotgun. And fakes the handoff, wants to throw for it, looking for the corner route. Man is open, but it's off the fingertips and incomplete. Letcher's laid it out there, hoping his receiver could run it down. He could not, and the pass will fall incomplete.
Is that Batista?
Yes, Anthony Batista.
Batista had like 5 steps on his defensive back, and I think Eletris is going to want to have this one back. He just put too much air on it, and Batista just could not get to it. Threw it out of bounds.
So it's now 3rd down and 10. Klinikowski will split out on the left side. Garrett slot left. Batista split to the right side. Pyle the back in the backfield, sidecar left of Eletris. And he'll hand it off on a little counter handoff. Pyle gets loose of a shirt tackle by his shirt tail and will take it in for the touchdown. They had him in the backfield. Pyle escaped it and then took it in for a 14-yard touchdown run.
That was Brandon Pyle all by himself. He was grabbed by the shirt tail. One of the Hawk defenders had him by the shirt tail, shook that off, just driving his legs. And, great extra effort there by Pyle getting that in the end zone.
So on comes Wamsher now to attempt the extra point. Eletris is his holder. Landon Keglovitz will snap the football. Snap good, hold down, and the kick by Wamsher is through the upright. Schuylkill Valley with a 50-yard field to work with, cashes it in on the touchdown with 8:29 left to go. When we come back to Leesport, our score, Schuylkill Valley 7, Hamburg nothing. High school football presented by Savage Auto Group continues on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338. At Leibensberger Funeral Home, serving the community has always been the highest priority. Now in their 90th year in business, there are now 4 generations of the Leibensberger family who continue to live and work within those communities. In your time of need, turn to someone you know and trust. The Leibensberger Funeral Homes are proud supporters of the Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley School Districts. To learn more about both of their Hamburg and Leesport locations, visit LeibensbergerFuneralHomes.com. 7-0 Schuylkill Valley on top as Brandon Pyle runs it in for his 7th touchdown of the season, finishing off a 6-play, 50-yard drive for Schuylkill Valley. They lead it 7-0. So the Hawks, who weren't able to pick up a first down on their first series, will get another opportunity, again with Metzler and Horvath back deep to return for Hamburg. High school football next Friday. We're going to have not only have 2 unbeatens tomorrow, we could very well have 2 unbeatens next week as well. Exeter, Conestoga Valley will be our matchup next Friday night, from Conestoga Valley High School. Exeter, Conestoga Valley right now both 8-0. And we keep listening in during our halftime show and to the scoreboard show tonight as Jeff Noel and Matt Knob will keep you up to date with all the scores going on in and around Berks County and beyond. And we'll find out if, in fact, both Exeter and Conestoga Valley can keep the pace and give us 2 unbeatens next Friday night as well. Again, there's a delay before the kickoff. I'm not quite sure what the problem is. There was a delay before the opening kickoff, and now before Wamscher kicks it off here. The officials have not given him a signal to kick for some reason. I have no idea what the delay is. Bruce Harbaugh is trying to figure it out himself, and he's not real happy about it. For some reason, the officials have not just given him a signal to kick off. It was the same thing before the opening kickoff for some reason. I don't know what the delay is. So here will be Horvath from his own 7 or 8 yard line. Across the 15 to the 20 to the 25 and 30, 35, and out across the 40. Fine return by Ethan Horvath, who had a very busy defensive series for Hamburg, was in on several of the Hawks tackles, now on the kick return from his own 8 yard line all the way out across the 40 to about the 41 yard line. That's where Hamburg will start its second series.
Again, Bob, I like how Hamburg came out. They really wanted to get Isaac McFadden settled in. Couple nice quick throws, get him comfortable. Freshman quarterback. Let's see if they go right back to the well, throwing it. You got single back, 2 receivers set each side, and a handoff.
And the handoff is to Schmeck, and he is hit immediately. Noah Sonnen comes in and buries him. As soon as Schmeck got the handoff from McFadden, Sonnen was right there, wraps him up, drops him for a loss on a handoff up the middle, a loss of 2 yards on the play back to the 39 yard line. It's 2nd down and 12.
And you look at the word toughness in the dictionary. Sonnen's name's right there next to it. That kid is a tough kid at the middle linebacker position.
Metzler split to the right side. McFadden going to roll that way. Now stop and try and run. He won't get free, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield. McFadden couldn't see anybody open, so he tried to cut it upfield, but will not get free as he is wrapped up and brought down. Nate Kyer wraps him up, and a loss back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 5 more on the play that I go down as a sack.
That was a great play by Nate Kyer because Nate Kyer had contained at the defensive end position, and he thought Isaac McFadden was going to go outside, tucked up inside, and Kyer did a great job shedding his blocker and made the tackle on McFadden. Nice play there by Kyer.
Split Strunk out as a tight end to split him out as a receiver. It's just a handoff up to Schmeck, and a big hole for Schmeck to lumber through the 200-pound sophomore across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Big gain for Hamburg, but they're going to be about 6 yards shy of the first down.
Schmeck just came with a full load, lowered the boom on Alex Garrett at the safety position, lowered his pads. Schmeck comes he's tough to bring down at 5'8", 200-pound sophomore.
Hawks are going for it. 4th and 6 from their own 45-yard line. Tyler Hartranft, first-year head coach, throwing a little caution to the wind here. Unless they see if they let the play clock wind down and see if maybe they get Schuylkill Valley to jump off sides. But it's 4th and 6 from their own 45-yard line. And McFadden is going to sprint out to his left, looking for somebody open. Going to dump it off. The pass is caught. Good for a first down. Owen Bentz with the over-the-shoulder catch. First down, Hamburg in Schuylkill Valley territory.
Great call there by Coach Tyler Hartranft. Man-to-man coverage, roll freshman quarterback out to the wide side of the field, and you had two-man route. You had Horvath and you had Bentz on a combo route, and he hit Bentz on the move, on the run. Great first down there by the freshman quarterback, McFadden.
See if it gives the Hawks a little extra bounce in Schuylkill Valley territory. A little bubble screen for Horvath, and a nice play coming up off his defensive line spot was Nick Moyer, and the defensive tackle breaks up the bubble screen. Hamburg will pick up a couple, but not a whole lot thanks to the play of Nick Moyer, who wraps him up for a gain of 3.
I'll tell you what, I got to give credit where credit's due. Ashton Reppert, senior, 6'3", 235-pound offensive lineman, got outside fast to block for that bubble screen, and nice job by that offensive lineman.
McFadden with time, looking for the deep ball for Horvath, but he's double covered. The ball will float out of bounds. Probably the best thing that could happen as far as Hamburg was concerned, to just airmail that one out of bounds. It's 3rd and 7.
Horvath had a couple steps on Alex Garrett, but when you're throwing that fade route by McFadden, you got to keep it in bounds, right? Throw it where he can get it. That was a couple yards out of bounds.
Horvath split out to the left side. Bentz split is on the slot on the right side. Metzler split to the right. It's 3rd down and 7 now coming up for Hamburg. Schmeck, backfield, sidecar left of McFadden. He's going to roll out himself to the left. Nothing there, but Schuylkill Valley Panthers' little stutter step will get him a little, but not nearly enough as he's wrapped up at about the 38. Gains a yard. It'll bring up 4th down again for Hamburg, 4th and 6.
Interesting call there. That was trips to the field. McFadden took the snap, direct snap, and ran to the boundary, and it looked like he was looking to throw the ball. He pulled it down and ran, and there was really nothing but black shirts and Panthers waiting on him. So fourth and 7.
So they went for it on 4th down in their own 45. They're certainly going to go for it here at the 39-yard line of Schuylkill Valley. McFadden on the rollout, looking for somebody open. Stops, plants, throws it. The pass is intercepted. Back at around the 21-yard line. On the pick, it's Alex Garrett, the free safety, who comes up with the interception. Schuylkill Valley was going to get the football anyhow on down. So in theory, for McFadden, it's not really all that bad because they gain a little yardage out of it. But there's also a flag down at the end of the play.
So that play there, Isaac McFadden, that was very similar to the other 4th down opportunity where he rolled out to the left, made that nice throw to Bentz. This time, Bentz was in the flat, and he went to his second receiver down the field. That was Elijah Metzler, and he underthrew it and went right to a Panther. So we'll wait to see what the flag. It looks like Hamburg's keeping the ball.
It is. It's holding against Schuylkill Valley, so it's going to be a penalty that's going to give Hamburg a 1st down. So a huge opportunity here for the Hawks on a holding penalty against Schuylkill Valley on the defensive side. Gives Hamburg a 1st down and keeps the drive alive. The Hawks are inside the 30 at the Schuylkill Valley 29-yard line, 1st down and 10, a new set of downs. It's a huge opportunity break for Hamburg. They'll split 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Metzler, the receiver on the right for McFadden. He's looking right. Now he's going to bootleg out to the left. A little underneath route to his back in the backfield. Schmeck to the 25, 20, 15, 10. Brought down from behind as he's dragged out of bounds to a 1st down and goal to go. Schmeck looking for a little whistle at the end of it. He doesn't get the call, but he does have 1st and goal to go.
Yeah, that was Noah Sonnen there, middle linebacker position, making that touchdown-saving tackle, but it almost looked like a horse collar tackle. That's why Schmeck was looking for it. Great play call there. McFadden did like a reverse rollout and just hit Schmeck out in the flat for his first read. Schmeck did the rest all the way down to the Schuylkill Valley 9.
Gain of 20, 1st down, goal to go. Hawks looking for the tying touchdown. 4:40 left to go in quarter number 1. Play action fake. McFadden underneath route for his tight end Strunk. To the 5, to the 3, to the 1. Is he in? No signal yet from the officials. It looks like Mason Strunk is going to be stopped shy of the goal line as the big tight end, 6'4", 230, dove for the pylon. They're going to put him down at the 1 at 2nd and goal.
Another nice play action call there. Pass hits his tight end out in the flat. Tight end Strunk, he did the rest, turned it upfield, and it looked like he got in there, but he's just shy on the half-inch yard line. Hamburg's going in on 2nd down.
McFadden 5 for 7, and all 5 have been to a different receiver. 2nd and goal from the 1. McFadden from the shotgun will give it to Schmeck right up the gut. Schmeck, did he get in? It does not look like he did. Sonnen again on the tackle will wrap him up. It's 3rd goal.
Yeah, nice job there by Sonnen, hitting the A-gap, getting to Schmeck in the backfield. Schmeck with his forward progress got it back to the line of scrimmage. Third and inches here for Hamburg.
Schuylkill Valley 7, Hamburg nothing. Alexander Valentino is in there as an extra blocker. He's on the wing.
Did they not get any of the he must not have watched the Philly. I mean, you don't think the tush push is coming here? on a 3-inch line?
Not from the shotgun, it's not. He's back there. And he's going to keep it himself. A little play action fake, and McFadden will take it to the edge and run it in for a touchdown. So it's not the tush push, but it is the quarterback who takes it in for the score for Hamburg.
Yeah, fakes the dive to his back, pulls it out, and just uses his speed to the pylon. Nice run there by McFadden. Touchdown Hawks.
8th rushing touchdown of the season for Isaac McFadden, and the Hamburg Hawks are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On to attempt that extra point, Aaron Moser, a freshman. Noah Menapace, another freshman, is the holder for the Hawks. Snap good, hold down. The kick, it's a line drive kick. Did he get it through? He did not. He hooked it left. So Schuylkill Valley will maintain the lead with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As a result of the missed extra point, our score, Schuylkill Valley 7, Hamburg 6. Back to Leesport with more high school football presented by Savage Auto Group after this on WEEU. in Reading.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's kettle chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much, he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA-crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's kettle chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
An 11-play, 59-yard drive for the Hamburg Hawks, and they take it in for the touchdown. Again, the run by McFadden from 1 yard out, putting the Hawks in the end zone. The extra point, unfortunately for Hamburg, no good. So Schuylkill Valley stays on top 7-6. But, Matt, you got to go back to that fourth down play by Tyler Hartrandt, 4th and 6 from his own 45, elects to keep the offense out there. That's the danger this time of the year when you're going up against a team that's got nothing to lose. Hamburg can take every gamble they want, and it paid off for the Hawks.
Yeah, beautiful gamble, play call by Hartrandt, where, getting your mobile quarterback out on the boundary, 2-man receiver route, and he hit Bentz right on the money. Beautiful thrown catch.
And then, of course, there was also the holding penalty against Schuylkill Valley. It took an interception away for the Panthers, and possession of the football gave Hamburg another first down along the way, but the Hawks will take advantage of all of it. They're within a point now as Schuylkill Valley back out on offense after the kickoff return. Schuylkill Valley starts from its own 33-yard line. Letchers, the quarterback from the shotgun. 2 receivers bunched either way. A little pop pass for Brandon Pyle. And Pyle's got the edge. Pyle's got the 50-yard line. Foot race, and Pyle's at the 20. 15, tries to cut back. He will not get the end zone. He'll get run out of bounds, but it's going to be first down, goal to go, as Brandon Pyle on the little pop pass takes it all but the last 6 or 7 yards. It'll be first and goal from the 7.
Motion from the short side of the field. As he's motioning through, they hike the ball. They toss him the ball. I'll tell you what, Pyle just showed his 4.3, 4.4 speed there because there was nobody catching him. That was just the safety on an angle there. Angle just beat him to the corner, keeping Pyle from scoring.
So that will go as a 60-yard pass reception, that little pop pass. Again, they put Pyle in motion. He cuts in front of the quarterback, and Letchers just kind of tosses it to him. 60 yards, first down, goal to go from the 7. Here's a toss sweep right side for Pyle. Makes the first man miss. Trying to turn the edge, and he will not get there. 72. Great job to bring him down. Asti and Reppert will drag him down right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Reppert's a player. He's playing hard on both sides of the ball. He was the offensive lineman down the field blocking on that bubble screen. Really nice pursuit there by Reppert, pulling Pyle down in the backfield.
Loses a yard back to the 8-yard line. Second down and goal to go now for Schuylkill Valley.
Bob, Schuylkill Valley, or I should say, quarterbacks love that little shuffle pass in motion. 60-yard. That was a 60-yard completion.
Yeah. Some people would think it's much more a glorified handoff, but it's a forward pass and a big first down run. There's Kamoff on a toss sweep left side, makes the first man miss, but not the second. Good job by Horvath to cut him down inside the 5 and about the 3. It'll be third down and goal to go.
Yeah, a little bit of mismatch there weight-wise and size-wise between Horvath and Kamoff, but Horvath came up, really made a nice open field tackle, taking the legs out of Kamoff.
At the 3-yard line. So now it's third down, goal to go for Schuylkill Valley. So big spot here for the Hamburg defense. Can they buckle down inside the 5? Third down, goal to go from the 3. And Schuylkill Valley's got a great kicker in Reese Wamsher. If Bruce Harbach should go that way on 4th. Letchers from the shotgun with Kamoff to his right. Going to roll out that way. Stops, plants, throws for the corner of the end zone. Has a man wide open. Touchdown for Schuylkill Valley. And it's back for the score.
Bruce Harbach, little flood pass there to the strong side of the field, and Batista was wide open. There wasn't anybody within 5 yards of him. Easy throw and catch there by Alex Aletris. and Batista.
So a quick reversal for Schuylkill Valley as they take it right back the other way on the 17th touchdown pass of the season for Alex Aletris, and the 7th time that it has been to Batista. The extra point by Wamshire is good. 1:28 now left to go in the third quarter. And a quick answer for Schuylkill Valley as the Panthers come right back down, put 7 more on the board. And when we come back to Leesport, our score now, Schuylkill Valley 14, Hamburg 6.
Hey, football fans, tackle your mornings with me, Mike Keller, along with Bob McCool and Trey Smith every weekday from 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. On Monday at 8:05, we'll talk with Sports Illustrated Eagles beat reporter Ed Kratz about the Eagles' second straight loss and where they go from here. Then on Wednesday, we'll have your chance to win some WEEU prize packs with a Family Feud survey. And on Thursday at 8:05, we crack open the morning pint brought to you by Pagoda City Brewing. Rob Tarvis from Our Town Brewing Company will join us live in studio. It's Mornings with Mike, weekdays from 6 to 9, right here on WEEU. Let Redner's take care of cooking with our chef-prepared meals available in all of our stores. Crafted by our executive chef, Redner's has you covered for every mealtime, featuring all your favorites like shepherd's pie, beef burgundy, mango salmon, and more. Got a special event? Let Redner's provide your party with everything you need with restaurant-quality items at a fraction of the cost. Plus, with our rotating menu of seasonal meals, you'll always find something new with our chef-prepared meals. Check out the menu at the market or order online at rednersmarkets.com.
A good start for Schuylkill Valley quarterback Alex Aletris, 4 for 5, throwing the football for 94 yards, and it turns into a 4-play, 67-yard drive as he hits Anthony Batista for the touchdown. Of course, the big play was that little pop pass to Brandon Pyle that goes 60 yards to put him at a 1st and goal. Here's Horvath again on the kick return. He's out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. James Santana there to wrap him up for Schuylkill Valley on special teams. And so the Hawk offense, which just put 6 points on the board its last time, after a very solid 11-play drive, will go back to work, this time from about its own 28-yard line. 1:24 left to go in the first quarter. Again, it's 14-6. Stop. Panthers very much in the thick of things in the chase for the Section 5 title. Anvil, Cleona, and Berks Catholic right now unbeaten. Berks Catholic had their game last night against Columbia and won solidly 37-0. Schuylkill Valley with a road trip coming up to Anvil, Cleona next Friday night. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line for the Hawks. 3 receivers from McFadden to his right. He's going to hand it off for Schmeck. Looking for a hole. Not much of a hole there as he's wrapped up, gain of just a yard to the 29. That's it.
Yeah, that was just that hole was plugged by Noah Sonnen out of the middle linebacker position coming up, and there was no going there for Schmeck. Schmeck tried to turn it up and turned right up into Sonnen, and Sonnen was having none of it.
Schmeck has filled a nice hole for Hamburg. He was supposed to be a tight end, but because of an injury to their top returning running back in Blaze Ernst, out for the year with a broken bone in his leg. Here's McFadden, little bubble screen, this time for Bentz. Has some blockers as he's across the 30 to about the 35. Going to be shy of the first down by about 2, maybe 3 yards, depending on where they spot it. Hamburg needs to get to the 38. It looks like they're going to spot him just shy. Well, they're going to put it right at the 35. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Isaac McFadden, quick throw, little bubble screen out there to Owen Bentz. Owen Bentz did the rest with it, getting up the field for making it the 3rd and 3.
From the 35-yard line, Schmeck again, the backside car left, and it's going to be McFadden on the keeper. He's got the edge. McFadden has midfield. McFadden down the sideline. Can anybody catch him? To the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Isaac McFadden. 65 yards. Hamburg's in the end zone a second time.
That was a beautiful handoff, fake handoff there. That was delayed, actually. He was late pulling that out and faked the defensive end out and the outside linebacker. They all crashed down, and McFadden just showed his speed down the sidelines. He looked like Pyle on the opposite side of the field. There was nobody catching him.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've heard a lot about this young man, and Tyler Hartranft said, look, he's special. That's all I can tell you, and we're seeing some of that tonight. I mean, he's very smooth with the football for a senior quarterback. For a ninth grader?
For a ninth grader, wow. Yeah, let him get in the weight room, build up some strength, get some velocity on the ball, and build up those legs. Wow, that was some speed he just showed there.
The extra point by Aaron Moser is good. So Hamburg right back with the answer on the run by Isaac McFadden, 65 yards. And now with 9.6 seconds left to go in the first quarter, This one's turned into a typical Frost Bowl battle. Schuylkill Valley 14, Hamburg 13. Isaac McFadden with his second touchdown run of the night. One quite different from the other. The first one was a 1-yard keeper. The second, a 65-yard keeper around the edge. And once he got in the open daylight, then he just turned on the afterburners, and Schuylkill Valley could not run him down. So now Schuylkill Valley will get the football back, and we'll see whose defense is going to come up with a stop. Hamburg stopped with no first downs after its first series, but since that point in time, it's been the offensive exposition for these two teams. Hamburg only averaging a little bit less than 14 points per game on the season. And they have already got 13 right now. And what will be the closing seconds of this first quarter.
Going back to what Matt Knob said back in the booth, or back in town, Hamburg's got 9 freshmen on this team.
Yep.
Imagine what these freshmen will do 3 years from now. I mean, they're going to have plenty of experience. I think, kudos to Hamburg for mixing in some of the freshmen. And, hey, they don't have the roster like a Wilson does, but, hey, these freshmen are really going to I'm excited to see what they do when they're seniors.
Yeah, you can understand why, again, Tyler Hartranft knew what was in this program because he was the offensive coordinator in 2022 and 23. Left to be the offensive coordinator at Pottsville, but when the opportunity came back with the opening at Hamburg, obviously he's going to be able to continue to try and surround Isaac McFadden with some talent. Here's a little squib kick on the ground. The ball's loose on the field. Schuylkill Valley will pounce on it. It would appear at the 31-yard line, but it was so close to being recovered by Hamburg. Hayden Bell, a senior for the Hawks, was closing in on it, but Schuylkill Valley recovered it at about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, smart play by number 17, Pamboj Sar, junior, 5'7", 150-pound running back, to quickly just get down on that ball, dive on it to keep it a Schuylkill Valley ball.
It was not necessarily an onside kick. We saw 3 of them last week against with Governor Mifflin against Conestoga Valley. It was more just a squib kick on the ground, but it went off the hands of a Panther and then was just sitting there for a moment before Sar pounced on it at the 31-yard line of what will be the final play of quarter number 1 here, with Letras from the shotgun and Brandon Pyle as his back in the backfield sidecar to his left. He fakes the handoff to him, a little quick pass to Garrett. It goes through his hands and incomplete. Horvath was there defensively, but the incomplete pass stops the clock with 7.8 left to go in the quarter. Bring up 2nd and 10.
That was that same play. Trips to the field, little play action, fake the dive, stand up, and throw to that slot down the seam. And it was there. It was there. Alex Garrett went through his hands. So 2nd down.
Actually, a penalty on the play. I did not see the flag go down. This is going to be against Schuylkill Valley. It's going to cost them 5 yards. So the second penalty of the game, and it's both of them have been called against Schuylkill Valley. So it's actually going to back them up. Instead of 2nd and 10, it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Panthers, back at the 26-yard line. So the same look, this time for
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com.
And it's going to be a handoff for Pyle, trying to turn the left edge. And Hamburg up Pyle before he can get to the 35-yard line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. But the Frost Bowl has been an entertaining one through the first 12 minutes. After 1, the score, Hamburg trails Schuylkill Valley. It's the Panthers 14, the Hawks 13. We'll take a timeout back to Leesport with more high school football presented by Savage Auto Group live on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Welcome back to Leesport. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties. The Hamburg Hawks, the Schuylkill Valley Panthers, early second quarter, and it is a 14-13 lead for Schuylkill. And the football right now, midfield, had the punt, stands to get great field position now with 11:46 left to go in the first half. Hamburg, on a couple of Isaac McFadden touchdown runs, has the football now in Schuylkill Valley territory at the Panther 49-yard line. So big spot here for the Hawks as their defense comes up with its first stop of the night.
Was a little scramble drill there, went off of one of the Hawks' back of their helmet and hit him. And so one of the up guys ended up seeing that and was luckily got on the ball to keep it a Hawk possession.
Our officiating crew for tonight's game, our referee is Al Lubis. Joe Zaworski is our umpire. Luis Estrada, Luis Cintron, Kelvin Dirks, Luis Citron, and Michael Yidy are our Berks County officiating crew. Hamburg, 1st and 10 from the Schuylkill Valley 49-yard line. Early second quarter. This football game that trailed now by just a point. Here's Scheck up the middle. Up the Schuylkill Valley 43-yard line, a gain of 6 on first down for Hamburg.
Alex Garrett coming up to make that stick on Schmeck from the running back position, and it was a one-on-one collision, and I think Garrett's still feeling it.
2nd down and 4 for the Panthers after the 6-yard run for Schmeck, his 5th carry of the night. And they will go right back to the sophomore fullback, and he'll lower the shoulder, push his way forward for a couple more. This time to the 40. He gets 3 of the 4 he needed. It's 3rd down and 1 now coming up for Hamburg. So right now, Tyler Hartranft just playing a little power football with his 200-pound sophomore running back. And he's got his team in a 3rd down and 1 at the 40. Obviously, this is 4-down territory for the Hawks. Owen Bentz is going to come out on the right side of the field to join Elijah Metzler. Ethan Horvath was split to the left side. Mason Strunk, the tight end, on a wing on the left. McFadden making a call at the line of scrimmage from the sidelines. He gets the play. He wants to throw for it. Little underneath route, pass caught. Nice job by Horvath to go low to get the football, and he'll run it inside the 35-yard line. 1st down, Hamburg.
Yeah, you got that right, Bob. That was incredible play there by Horvath, picking that ball up off his shoelaces, making that play. That was a little errant throw there by McFadden actually retreating because defensive end being in his face. So still nice job by both McFadden and Horvath making that play for a first down.
To the 33-yard line, a gain of 7. McFadden looking for the home run. Nothing there. Tux goes underneath. Just tries to dump it off short, but the pass is going to be low, too low this time for Horvath to scoop it up. But a nice job by McFadden to get out of dodge and try and make a play out of it, but it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, felt the pressure there, scrambled into the short side of the field, saw Horvath there along the sidelines, and then looked like he short-armed the throw and threw it right into the ground, not giving Horvath the opportunity to make the play.
7 for 10 now for the freshman. He's going to give it for Schmeck here, and Schmeck has a little daylight. Drags the tackler with him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Bryce Schmeck taking the tackler with him, and that tackler was Logan Kamoff. That's no small feat as he drives him all the way down to the 25 and a gain of 8.
Actually, check that. That was our guy, Fouad Abdul-Latif, defensive end. Abdul-Latif Jr., he's 6'5" pounds. That's who Schmeck was dragging down the field with him.
And he'll take the ball again, and he'll take it for a first down.
Updating your furniture and appliances? The Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County can help. The Restore offers free pickup of your gently used furniture and appliances from your Berks County home. We offer convenient scheduling for our free pickups through our website, restoreberks.org. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. You might just find that special thing to tie the room together at the Restore. Support your community with your donation to the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338. Apologize, we have with little technical difficulties. The Hamburg Hawks in a 3rd and 11 from the 22-yard line. Here's McFadden on a sprint out, throws it to the middle field, throws it incomplete. And the play stands, and it looks like it will to bring up a 4th down now for the Hawks from the Schuylkill Valley 22-yard line. So 4 now and 11 for the Hawks from the Schuylkill Valley 22-yard line.
Well, they went for it on their own 40-yard line, so this is a no-brainer call. Are they bringing the kicker in for the field goal? Looks like they're going to go for it. 4 wideouts, Schmeck in the backfield. 4th and 11.
Strunk, the tight end, shifts from right side to left. McFadden looking that way, looking to the pylon for the end zone. Jump ball, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Schmeck was his intended target on the wheel route. He also had that big tight end Strunk in there as well. Pass ball's incomplete, and Schuylkill Valley will take possession.
Yeah, nice job there by Alex Garrett, their junior defensive back, high-pointing that, knocking that ball down, preventing that from being a touchdown in the end zone there for Hamburg Hawks.
So Schuylkill Valley will take possession. So after the offenses took over for a little bit, right now the defense is coming up with the stand. And with 8:05 left to go in the first half, Schuylkill Valley will retake possession. Panthers lead it 14-13. The 51st edition of the Frost Bowl between longtime rivals Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley. Panthers will put all 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Now Pyle, the back in the backfield, will shift out. He'll be the lone receiver for Eletris, who's now in the backfield by his lonesome. He's looking for Pyle.
Are they going to throw it to him?
Pyle for a jump ball, and it's incomplete, and the flag goes down. The man defender trying to get back to the play was Metzler, and it looked like he reached up and grabbed at Pyle. Hamburg going to argue that Pyle was not going to get the ball, but there's no such thing in high school football as an uncatchable pass.
Or an instant replay. And that is definitely pass interference. Looks like that's what the call is.
Yeah. Metzler just kind of reached up and grabbed at him. And so it'll be a pass interference penalty against Hamburg, and it will give Schuylkill Valley a first down, as they will mark off the 15-yard penalty. That's the first penalty of the game against Hamburg. And Schuylkill Valley will have a first down now. Need to change balls. So then once they change the ball, then they'll walk off the 15 yards. Schuylkill Valley's already up at the line of scrimmage waiting to go. So the 15-yard penalty against the Hawks will give the Panthers a first down at what should be the 37-yard line, and 38-yard line is where they'll spot it. First and 10 for Schuylkill Valley. So plenty of time left to go in this first half. 7:59 left to be exact. Klinkowski and Garrett split to the left side. Batista split to the right. Give is to Pyle. Pyle breaks one tackle, breaks another, drags a couple of tacklers with him for what looks to be a first down for Schuylkill Valley. Great effort by Brandon Pyle for the first down run.
Yeah, he's not a great big kid, but he keeps his feet moving. He was spinning each different direction, just shifty, shaking tackles. Great first down. I mean, a great run there for a first down, 10-yard gain.
There is a shaken up Hamburg Hawk on the play as well. He was in on the tackle. So we'll wait and see for sure who it is. But Pyle with the first down run. It looks like it is Caden Mason who is the injured Hawk, but he gets up and walks off the field in his own power. Mason is starting left guard and also plays some on defense as well. So he'll be out for at least one play, and that play will be a first and 10 for Schuylkill Valley, as Brandon Pyle on the run takes it out to the 49-yard line and a gain of 11 yards. That 11-yard run was enough for Schuylkill Valley first down. So the Panthers, the Letras so far, 4 for 5 throwing the football, 4 for 6, throwing the football. Pyle will stay in his back in the backfield, and again, they'll put all three receivers to the left, Klinkowski, Garrett, and Batista. And it's going to be Letras, the keeper himself, the option quarterback keeper, and he will run for another Schuylkill Valley first down as he's finally bumped down inside the Hamburg 35 down to the Hawk 33-yard line. That's an 18-yard run.
I'll tell you what, Letras showed a little speed there, too. He faked the dive to Pyle and just pulled it down and looked like he was shot out of a cannon for 18-yard gain. Nice run there by Letras.
To the 33-yard line, Alex Letras on the carry has Hamburg at a first and 10 at the Hawk 33 with 7:45 left to go in the first half. 14-13 is our score. Again, all three receivers on the left side. This time they're bunched. And there's a toss sweep for Pyle, trying to go at that bunched receivers, hoping they'll give him a block. He's at the 25-20 and finally dragged down out of bounds around the 15-yard line. We'll see where Brandon Pyle stepped out of bounds, but it's going to be good for another Schuylkill Valley first down.
Nothing but a toss sweep there, and I'm going to beat you to the sidelines and up the field. He showed his speed. Pyle showed his speed on that, lowering his shoulder, getting yards after first contact up the field for first down, Panthers.
Stepped out of bounds at the 18-yard line, so that's 15 more for Brandon Pyle. So he's carried it 5 times for 39. Of course, he had that little pop pass that goes as a 60-yard completion that set up Schuylkill Valley's second touchdown. They've got it at first and 10 now at the Hawk 18-yard line. Pyle will shift out of the backfield. He's on the left side with 3 receivers to the right. Letras in the backfield by his lonesome. Looks right, going to run left. Looking for a block, gets that block, gets it inside the 15, and he's run out of bounds at around the 13-yard line. That's a safe 4 or 5-yard run for the quarterback, Alex Letras.
Yeah, that was, nice formation there. You had trips to the field, you had tight end to the boundary, along with motioning Pyle out as a receiver, and it was Letras called his own number. It was glorified quarterback keep, and used his feet to get up the field for a 4-yard gain.
To the 14-yard line, second down and 6 for Schuylkill Valley. Inside of 7 minutes left to go in the first half. 14-13, Panthers on top. Pyle back in the backfield with Letras, and they're going to give it to Brandon Pyle. Follows his blockers. He's tripped up from behind. Nice play coming from behind. Andrew Arroyo gets underneath, gets a shoe tip of Pyle and trips him knocks him to the deck and around the 11-yard line, gain of maybe 3. It's third down. Bottom actually looks like at the 12-yard line, so we'll call it third down and about 4 coming up for Schuylkill Valley. Kamoff now the back in the backfield.
Looking like man-to-man coverage.
And Letchis is going to try to keep him himself, and Hamburg is all over it, and the Hawks will bust it up and drop him for a loss. Landon Colson wrapped him up from behind. He had some help in the backfield by Valentino as Letchis had nowhere to run and gets pinned back at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, great pursuit there by the Hamburg Hawks. That was Landon Colson leading the charge out there on the perimeter, keeping Alex Letchis from turning the corner. There was a host of Hawks there that brought him down.
Well, we talked about the field goal kicking abilities of Reese Wamshire, and he's going to get his first attempt tonight as the Panthers now backed up on the fourth down are going to kick a 31-yard field goal, and it hits the upright and is denied. So Reese Wamshire had plenty of leg, but he hit the right upright, and the ball drops to the ground. The field goal is no good. Schuylkill Valley is denied the point opportunity, and our score stays. Panthers 14, Hawks 13, with 5:29 left to go in the football game. And the first half of the football game. Hamburg is going to get the ball back.
Yeah, that was plenty of leg. That one, I mean, that hit pretty high up on the post, and that was a doink. He hit that. I mean, that was straight on. There was no like ricochet or anything. Came right back to him.
So Hamburg going to get the football now on what is at the 20-yard line of the Hawks. Still plenty of time left to go, and neither team has called a timeout as of yet. 5:29 left to go in the half. Why don't you stick around? Coming up at halftime back at our WEEU studios, Jeff Nolan, Matt Knob will catch you up to date on all the scores going on in Berks County and beyond on a Friday night of high school football here in WEEU. And we'll have more coverage for you tomorrow of Twin Valley and Wyomissing. Here's Schmeck with a big hole to run through, and Bryce Schmeck will take this one for about 4 yards to the 24-yard line.
Sonnen and company on the tackle. Yes, there was. I mean, that was a really nice job by that offensive line on the front for the Hawks. Off right tackle, Jacob Wagner and Wayton Gaffney really opening the hole there for Schmeck to get up the field for a gain of 5 or 4.
Now they'll take the tight end Strunk, put him off the line of scrimmage. Now he moves back to that right wing spot, and Schmeck will follow his tight end for maybe a yard, and that's it. As Schuylkill Valley pinches down on the tailback right around the 25-yard line, gain of just 1 for Schmeck. It's 3rd and 5.
That was Alex Garrett coming up out of safety position, making that tackle out in the open field, right off tackle on the strong side of the field.
So 3rd and 5 from the 25 for the Hawks. 3 receivers this time to the left side, and the tight end Strunk on the right side for McFadden. Schmeck the back in the backfield, looking for a little pop pass for Horvath. It's Metzler who has it. Metzler gets a block. Metzler's across the 45 and all the way out to midfield before he's brought down. Hamburg with a first down. Not quite in Hamburg in Schuylkill Valley territory. They're right down at the 50-yard line, a 25-yard gain.
Yeah, nice little flanker bubble there to the strong side of the field from McFadden to Elijah Metzler. And Metzler, look, he was one man away from breaking that, taking it the distance for a touchdown. Nice job, Hawks.
Right back to the ground game of Schmeck. He's got some daylight. He's looking for one man to beat. He will not escape that tackle, as the tackle is made and nicely done so in the open field by Saar, as Schmeck will get 5 more to the Schuylkill Valley 45-yard line.
Yeah, Saar undersized there. He did a nice job bringing Schmeck down, keeping Schmeck from turning that corner and getting additional yardage downfield.
Metzler split to the right side. Benz slot left. Horvath split left. 2nd down and 5 for Hamburg at the Schuylkill Valley 45. 3:48 left to go in the first half. Hamburg looking for its first score if they can cash one in here. Strunk will shift from the left side to the right wing. Play action fake. McFadden keeps it himself, and he is met at the line of scrimmage and dropped hard.
Yeah, there's maybe a play call right there that I may not call again. That's, you got your freshman quarterback. You're taking him, you're calling a run right up the middle into a pretty stout Schuylkill Valley defense. Try to limit your hits on your quarterback, your freshman quarterback. He looked like he took a pounding on that one.
He lost a yard on the play as well. It's 3rd down and 6. Fad now with Strunk off the line of scrimmage, so really 3 to his left and 1 to his right. Thomas Johnson is in there now as the back in the backfield, giving Schmeck a breather. And they fake the toss to him. McFadden's going to keep it himself. McFadden drug down by his shirt tail, and now a flag away from the play as McFadden's going to come up a couple yards short. It'll be 4th down and about 3 for Hamburg at the 43, but a flag away from the play. Let's see what this is going to be all about.
I'm pretty sure that was Logan Kamoff that just saved his defense a lot of yardage because McFadden was going to get additional yardage there, but I think the flag's on Hamburg.
It is.
Holding.
Yep. So the Hawks, instead of being a 4th and 3 on the holding penalty, they're going to back them up. So they'll stay 3rd down now on the hold, but now it's going to be 3rd and very long. So it's a hold against Hamburg. Second penalty against the Hawks. And they will spot it from the 43, so it's going to put it back on the Hawks side of the 50 at the Hamburg 47-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about 13 now coming up for Hamburg. Horvath, Bentz, and Metzler all split to the right with Metzler split widest right. 3rd and 13. Just swinging out for Horvath. Gets one block, makes the second man miss, and the third. Horvath fighting for some yardage back into Schuylkill Valley territory. He's going to be stopped short, well short of the first down by about 7 yards. 4th down and about 7 coming up for Hamburg at the Schuylkill Valley 46-yard line.
Again, bubble screen to Horvath to the wide side of the field, and Horvath then made a nice first move, making the first guy miss, and then was shifty and slippery. Like I think he made 4 or 5 guys miss on the tackle, all for nice gain on the play.
So again, Hamburg will go for it on 4th down with 2 minutes and change remaining in the first half. Hamburg going for it on 4th and 7 from the 46-yard line. Looking to the sidelines, looks like some confusion right now for Hamburg, and the Hawks are going to call a timeout. So with 1:49 left to go in the first half, Hamburg calls a timeout. We'll take one with the Hawks. Schuylkill Valley 14, Hamburg 13. Hawks with a football when we come back to Leesport after this on WEEU and Reading.
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com.
1 minute, 49 seconds left to go in what's been an entertaining first half between Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley, along with Matt Lytle. My name is Bob McCool. Hawks have the football. They have it at the Schuylkill Valley 45-yard line, 46-yard line to be exact. It's going to be 4th and 7 following Hamburg's timeout. Matt, you think this is about changing their mind? You think they punt the football, pin the back? I mean, Tyler Hartranft has been the gambler so far in this football game.
No,
we got nothing to lose.
I think they're going to go for it. They went for it on their own 40-yard line earlier in the game.
Nope. Bryce Schmeck is going to punt the football.
Coming in to punt it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the timeout changed his mind, or they called the timeout to change their mind.
Unless this is a fake.
It could be as well.
With Schmeck back there.
Ortiz is the return man. It's a high snap. Schmeck goes back and gets it. Fortunately for Schmeck, nobody was rushing the punt, so he had time to pick it up and then kick the football. And it will be Schuylkill Valley who will recover it at around the 15 or 20-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football. So Hamburg avoids a disaster because Schuylkill Valley did not come after and rush the punter.
Nice job by Schmeck bringing that ball down. Fullback, punter, running back, tight end. He plays a lot of different positions, but that was punter there, and it was going over his head. Nice job keeping that from going past him and turning around and punting it, putting Schuylkill Valley back into their own territory down to their 20-yard line.
There's an illegal touchdown field against Hamburg and hit off of Strunk as he was down the field. So that's the calling on the field. So the question now is where Schuylkill Valley will start from. It looks like the Panthers will try to run their 2-minute drill now with 1:39 left to go in the half, and they are at their own 20. So it's 1st and 10 for Schuylkill Valley from their own 20. 14-13 again is our score. The Panthers lead it. 2 receivers side for Eletris. He's looking right all the way. Just a little quick hitter. Pass is caught. Good for a gain of about 5 yards as it's Garrett on the catch to the 26 and a gain of 6.
Nice job underneath throw there by Eletris. Hamburg showing cover 2 defense, and Eletris, coming underneath, taking what the defense is giving him.
Looking right all the way again. Now he's going to roll out, try to get himself a little bit of something, and he'll fight himself close to a first down. Looks like he's right around the sticks. And they will give him the first down, it looks like. So it'll stop the clock till they move the chains with 1:10 left to go. As Eletris gets just what he needed, the 4 yards to move the first down marker to the 30.
Yeah, smart play by there. Eletris pulling it down and using his legs to get that first down, just enough.
Now Schuylkill Valley will bring 3 receivers to the left side, and they'll look for the little slant pattern for Garrett. He's at the 40, 45, and just shy of midfield, but it'll be a first down pickup as Eletris on that little slant-in pattern to Garrett for a first down.
That's that trips to the field. That's that same play where you got Garrett in the slot. You're faking dive to your back, standing up tall and firing it right in the slot to Garrett. Really nice throw and catch there, and that was quick hitting pass there from Eletris to Garrett.
Schuylkill Valley will call its first timeout with 57.6 now left to go in the half. It goes as an 18-yard completion to Garrett on his 4th catch of this first half. And Schuylkill Valley now just shy of midfield. Panthers have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. They burned their first timeout. So both teams still right now technically with 2 timeouts left. Hamburg not thinking about timeouts right now. They're looking for a stop. Schuylkill Valley will get the football to start the second half. So Bruce Harbach having different ideas of trying to get points out of this. And don't forget, he does have the kicker in Reese Wamshire. He attempted a 31-yard field goal earlier, but he hit the uprights. Cam off the back in the backfield now. Garrett Let's looking for Garrett. Now he's in trouble, and now he's going to go down. Sagged in the backfield, and it was Schmeck who came through and wrapped him up for a loss all the way back at the 40-yard line. The clock is still running.
Had trips here to the field, and what we had a called crisscross or call it zebra route running, where you have your 2 outside receivers post in a corner, and you had piled down the field wide open. Eletris missing that. Piles down on a 20-yard line, jumping up and down, looking for the ball.
And instead, Bruce Harbach now opting not to call a timeout with the clock continuing to run on that sack. Eletris now just going to try to air it out. Going to throw one up in the air. It's a jump ball, and it's incomplete. He had 2 receivers there. There were a couple of defenders there as well. And the pass is incomplete, stops the clock with 13.8 left to go in the half.
Yeah, nice job there by Michael Smith and Hayden Bell in the defensive back position, making sure that ball gets knocked down in their deep.
There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like they're pointing in the direction of Schuylkill Valley. Panthers are already backing up.
Looks like it might be holding.
Yep, back to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a hold. So Tyler Hartranft opting to take the real estate at this point in time and make Schuylkill Valley that much further to go. Down in distance, not so much the issue, but time right now for Schuylkill Valley is they're backed up all the way to the 30-yard line. Second and about 27 for Schuylkill, or second and 28 for the Panthers. Now Hamburg's thinking, you know what? Let's just see about this here for a second. Hawks are going to call timeout. Might be making sure everything's and how to play this prevent defense right now. Because if you're Schuylkill Valley, you're thinking about trying to pick up some of it. Getting the idea of getting down in a field goal range is pretty much of a stretch. Maybe a little bit of an underneath route, Matt, hoping somebody can break a tackle, somebody can go the distance. But with 13.8, you're thinking about, can you get 2 plays off, depending on how much real estate you can get.
Yeah, you're on your 30-yard line. I think you got to go underneath, or if you're going to go underneath, you got to make sure your guy can get to the sideline, stop the clock. I mean, you do have 2 timeouts remaining. Schuylkill Valley has 2 timeouts remaining, but typically on a 2-minute drill, your receivers on the outside, whether they're comebacks or they're out routes, you want to get them. You want to throw the ball on the outside so they can get out of bounds. But they need probably 20 yards or call it 15 yards completion here in order to do a Hail Mary to get the ball in the end zone for the last play of the half.
They've got 3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. And pile the back in the backfield with Aletris from their own 30-yard line. And they're just going to hand it off. And Pyle will get a couple and not much more than that. And if Schuylkill Valley doesn't opt for a timeout here, I think that's going to bring the first half to an end.
They're going to take it in.
Yeah, no timeouts called on either side. And so a high-scoring first quarter turned into no scores in the second quarter. Both teams had their chances, but ultimately come up with no points in the second quarter. And so we will head to the locker rooms at halftime with the score, Schuylkill Valley 14, Hamburg 13. We'll take a quick timeout, back with our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show right after this from Leesport on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Let Redner's take care of cooking with our chef-prepared meals available in all of our stores. Crafted by our executive chef, Redner's has you covered for every mealtime, featuring all your favorites like shepherd's pie, beef burgundy, mango salmon, and more. Got a special event? Let Redner's provide your party with everything you need with restaurant-quality items at a fraction of the cost. Plus, with our rotating menu of seasonal meals, you'll always find something new with our chef-prepared meals. Check out the menu at the market or order online at rednersmarkets.com.
Support your Berks County community while purchasing great new and used furniture, appliances, and building supplies at the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore carries brand name new and used appliances, furniture, home decor, and more. Many new items are manufacturer direct and are available at unbeatable prices. Stop by the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or visit our website at restoreberks.org for more information.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience of help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Along with Matt Lytle, my name is Bob McCool. Hamburg Hawks got the football to start this game, could not pick up a first down. Schuylkill Valley came back, put together a 6-play, 50-yard drive with Brandon Pyle breaking a couple tackles and taking in for the touchdown. Reese Wampscher's extra point put Schuylkill Valley on top with 8:29 left to go in the first quarter at 7-0. But Hamburg came right back. They went for it on 4th and 6 from their own 45-yard line, and the Hawks picked up the first down on a pass from Isaac McFadden. Ultimately got it down to the point where McFadden could run it in from 1 yard out. The extra point was no good. It was a 7-6 game in favor of Schuylkill Valley, who came right back down the field thanks in large part to a little pop pass from Alex Aletris to Brandon Pyle to take them inside the 10-yard line. And then ultimately it was a touchdown pass from Aletris to Anthony Batista from 3 yards out. The extra point by Wampscher was good. It was a 14-6 game. But then it was the legs of McFadden on a 65-yard touchdown run on the Hawks' next possession that put Hamburg right back in the end zone. Aaron Moser with the extra point to make it 14-13 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter actually turned into be a little bit of a defensive tussle, and neither team able to put any points on the board. That's where we stand. 14-13, Schuylkill Valley on top. High school football on 8:30 a.m. WEEU Reading. Schuylkill Valley will get the football to start the third quarter. But now we throw things back to the WEEU studios. Jeff Nolan, Matt Knob, catch you up to date with everything happening on a Friday night in high school football.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. From the second floor of 4th and Court, we welcome you back here on week number 8 of the high school football season. We are all here in our seats. We're ready to go. We've got Matt Knob along with Adam Cook. Sophie Siemens is going to join us a little bit as well. Matt, the Frost Bowl took a turn to start. Things heated up very quickly. 4 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Things did heat up very quickly. The offenses were flying down the field. What stood out to me most about this first quarter is the response from Hamburg. Every time Schuylkill Valley scored, Isaac McFadden and the Hawks responded, and here we are in a 1-point game at the break.
When we had Coach Hartranft on after they beat Midwest the second week of the season, he was singing the praises early of Isaac McFadden. He's shown us with the legs tonight that he can get the job done.
Yeah, just a freshman. Certainly has developed throughout this season, and as Matt Lytle alluded to during the broadcast, the sky's the limit as far as his high school career.
So right now, we've got a good one, 14-13 at the break, Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley. We'll take our first time out. When we come back, Adam, Sophie, they'll join the show. We're going to roll some scores. Week number 8 of the high school football season. You've got us on the Voice of Berks and Beyond, 8:30 WEEU.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's kettle chips today and snack on a delicious tradition. Updating your furniture and appliances? The Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County can help. The Restore offers free pickup of your gently used furniture and appliances from your Berks County home. We offer convenient scheduling for our free pickups through our website, restoreberks.org. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, Restore is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. You might just find that special thing to tie the room together at the Restore. Support your community with your donation to the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County.
Back here, Friday night, week number 8. I the Tiger and the Hamburg Hawks tonight. Only down a point, 14-13 at the break. Welcome back, everybody. When I went through the cast of characters, I forgot to mention Kyle Rudart. He is also here. Normally works out with the boys in the field, but he has now been sentenced to time served in studio with Matt and I, so he will be joining the show later on. All right, let's roll some scores because that's why they pay us the big bucks, right, Matt?
Yes.
That's an insight like that. You guys watch and learn. You can achieve so much in just one or two words, and we just saw it right there. 14-13 Schuylkill Valley at the break. Second half coming in just a little bit. It's the annual Frost Bowl. Schuylkill Valley 3-1 coming into this one. Hamburg, their 2 wins so far this season. They have come with, just a little to spare, 2 1-point wins, but they are in a 1-point game once again. Adam Cook, Wilson and Penn Manor, what is happening there?
Yeah, we just reached the halftime in West Lawn. Bulldogs leading this one 21-7. Mason Young with 2 passing touchdowns and Carell Akings with the other one on the ground.
That Mason Young keeps improving every week, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a great job stepping into that role as Bulldogs quarterback.
Sophie, last week on a Saturday afternoon, Reading gets their first win of the year. They've got to go on the road again tonight against Manheim Township, and Manheim Township not being very nice, are they?
They're not tonight. Manheim Township is up 49-0 on Reading in the second.
Oh, boy. Poor Troy Godinay and the boys right now. They are taking one on the chin, unfortunately. Cedar Crest and McCaskey. McCaskey, a team without a win. Adam, do you think they've got a shot at getting it tonight?
Cedar Crest up big at the half. It's 27-6.
All right, let's flip a coin. All right, heads. All right, Sophie, you called heads, right?
Yeah, heads.
All right. You get to give the Exeter-Hempfield score since you're both Exeter students. Yeah, go ahead.
Exeter's up 15-14 on Hempfield at the halftime tonight, and they're undefeated still this season.
Yeah, anybody biting their nails yet?
It's a good game.
Anybody nervous?
Look, I mean, Wilson, Hempfield plays Wilson last week, and they play him really hard. So to see a 6A school playing this really good 5A Exeter to just 1 point at the half, I'm not too surprised. We can expect a good game throughout the rest of the stretch.
Conestoga Valley and E-Town tonight. Adam, what's happening between those two teams?
CV leading 28-7 at the half. Buckskins also looking to improve to 8-0 this season.
Our Dalton Moore is at the Governor Mifflin game tonight as they are hosting Lebanon. Cedars have lost 49 straight. When Sophie, when Dalton calls in tonight, I think the Governor Mifflin fans are going to be happy.
I think they're going to be pretty happy tonight. Right now, Governor Mifflin's up 35-0 at the half from 3 touchdowns by Patrick Stewart and LeBron Leaf, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was good, girl.
Thank you.
That was good. You got the name right and took it off my plate. Thank you so much. Folks, that's radio inside humor that all of us are enjoying right now. We'll clue you in later. How about Muhlenberg and Ephrata? Okay, I think I'd let you say that. Touchdown difference tonight. What's happening in that game?
Yeah, so 21-14 at the half. Muhlenberg leads it at home. Cam Small again with the opening touchdown, and it's Michael Miller with the second and third. first of the day for him was on the ground. Second was in the air.
Well, that is some of the scores. We've got more to share with you on this Friday night. Where are we? The second floor of 4th and Court and the voice of Berks and Beyond, 830 WEEU. Hey, Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate this football season and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
WECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, WECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for WECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. WECU, banking that understands home.
Follow your dreams. Yeah. Want to get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies.
Yeah, that all sounds good, at least in theory and music. But right now on a Friday night, football teams, they are looking for wins. Welcome back, everybody. Halftime here in the studios at 4th and Court. We are looking at a game right now, 14-13. It is Schuylkill Valley with that 1-point lead over Hamburg at the break with Matt Knob and Adam Cook and Sophie Siemens. I'm Jeff Nolan. We'll hit some more scores here for you. We told you about what happened. Muhlenberg with a touchdown lead over Effort at the half. Solanco and Cocalico there at the half as well. And Solanco 6-1 on the season. They are leading Cocalico 17-0. Conrad Weiser and Warwick, they are in a defensive battle. No score late in the second there. Sophie, Mannheim Central and Fleetwood. Mannheim Central not being a very nice host.
They're not tonight. Mannheim Central's up 19-3 on Fleetwood at half.
Addie, if I had to ask you where Bristol is, where would you tell me it is?
They're playing at home. They're hosting Garden Spot. It's 20-13.
You know what Bristol's famous for?
What are they famous for, Jeff?
They have great Italian cooking and a great pastry shop that makes strudel. Also, let's look at this. Lampeter Strasbourg and Elko. What is happening between those two teams, Sophie?
Lampeter Strasbourg's 26-7 over Elko tonight at halftime.
No lack of offense. Octorara in Northern Lebanon. It's Octorara with a 35-18 lead as they get ready to go to the half. The Daniel Boone Donegal game postponed till Monday, so Donegal can attend the services of the basketball player that was tragically killed in a weekend accident this past weekend. Again, our condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to the Williams family. Pequay Valley and Vilcleone at the break, they are tied at 7, and Lancaster Catholic putting a beating tonight on Kutztown, 42-7 at the break. That is a travel day for Kutztown. Berks Catholic yesterday, 37-0 win over Columbia, and Adam, you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I was announcing the game, and Berks Catholic, they've just improved all season. They're looking really good. Offensively, they have a lot of great options. Kamara coming in at running back is huge for them. Defensively, they're very sound as well. We're able to stop Columbia completely on the run game. There wasn't too much of a run game for the Crimson Tide, but even on passing, which Columbia relied on mostly, it was BC dominating most of that, and they held them scoreless.
I'm going to give you a couple scores here. Neshaminy is leading Central Bucks East 28-22 at the half, and St. Joe Prep and Roman Catholic, the Prep up 20-13 at the break. Thanks to my buddy in Florida for that one. Sophie, how hard are we working in the first half? Boy, you had 4 touchdowns to cut and edit, and as a quick things moving kind of quick back there for you.
A lot of work tonight. Quick changes back and forth, getting the screens ready for all these touchdowns, but we're handling it.
Yeah, who got all the touchdowns?
I got all the touchdowns.
That's right. You and you also got the name Patrick
Patrick Stewart.
Right. Way to go, you show off. Nice going by you, by the way. All right, what's happening in the postgame show? Dalton Moore is at the Lebanon Governor Mifflin game. He'll report on that. Jarrett Montalto is at Penn Manor and Wilson. Our buddy AJ Gonzalez, we're going to introduce you to AJ. He works with us here at WEEU. He is at the Ephrata Muhlenberg game. Our buddy Jack is back. Jack Leckler, York Daily Record, New Oxford and West York. We'll check in with Bob McCool as he will rehash the Hamburg Schuylkill Valley game. Travis Sparks, Harrisburg and Cumberland Valley. And Matt, what's happening at 11:05 tonight?
Billy Splains it all the scores you didn't know you needed from our friend Billy Splain.
Because his last name is Splain, he's able to explain it all. I just had to explain that to you so you guys would understand. Also, Penn Live's Eric Epler will go over the state rankings at 11:15. All right. That is all the time that we have here. 14-13 right now. It is Hamburg trailing Schuylkill Valley. For Matt, Sophie, Adam, I'm Jeff. I also want to include Kyle in on this one. We will see you after the game with all the final scores and all the highlights. Thanks for listening to us. We'll get to the second half right after this on the Voice of Berks and Beyond 830 WEEU.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
Welcome back to our Lincoln Plumbing and Halftime Show. Great job by our crew back at the WE studio. Of course, stick around after we're done here in Leesport. They will have a full scoreboard show right up until 11:30 tonight. It's all part of our high school football coverage here on WEU, and we are not done even when they're done at 11:30 tonight because we got more football for you tomorrow afternoon. Twin Valley and Wyomissing. Again, it will be a live video stream only on our YouTube channel. That's at 8:30 WEU Sports. You can watch the entire game for free from Bob Wolfram Field tomorrow. Unbeaten Twin Valley and Wyomissing, both 7-0. Wyomissing third in the state in Class 4A. Twin Valley fifth in the state in 4A. They will go toe-to-toe tomorrow. 1:30, 1:15 is our pregame show time, as we'll have that game for you on our video stream. The radio call not going to happen tomorrow because obviously Penn State and Northwestern will be on the radio tomorrow. That's a 3:30 kickoff. Our coverage gets underway at 1:30 with Nittany Extra, and then the Penn State radio pregame show begins at 2 o'clock. So video stream only for our high school football tomorrow, and then next week we got another dandy for you. Next Friday night we will be at Conestoga Valley for the first time as the Buckskins, who we saw last week in that battle against Governor Mifflin, they put 51 points up against the Mustangs. They will host Exeter. The guys just told you that Exeter right now in a dogfight with Hempfield at 15-14 in that matchup. That's a non-leaguer in Section 1, but Hempfield battled Governor Mifflin. They battled Wilson last week, and right now they are battling Exeter, trying to stay unbeaten, and Conestoga Valley unbeaten as well. If that remains the way it is, it'll be 9-0 against 9-0. Those two teams last year met twice. Exeter falls to Conestoga Valley in Rifton last year in the regular season. Exeter went for 2 in the win. They were stopped short. At least that's what they were told. Nobody in Exeter believes they were stopped short of the 2-point conversion. But Conestoga Valley got the win. Exeter got the revenge in the district playoffs in the semifinal, and the Eagles took it to Conestoga Valley up there. They'll meet again next week. Sawyer Espen Shade and Conestoga Valley going up against Leo Brown and the Exeter front as well. It's going to be a great matchup. We'll have it for you next Friday night, radio and video stream, starting at 6:30. Exeter, Conestoga Valley, and our high school football presented by Savage Auto Group. And then the final week of the season. Yeah, it is the final week of the season. The next Friday night, October the 24th, we will be back at John Gursky Stadium in West Lawn for the battle for what looks like it will be for the Section 1 title, and that's Wilson and Manheim Township. We'll have that one for you on our final regular season game of the season. We are far from done because then once the playoffs start, we'll continue with our radio and video streaming coverage right here on 830 WEEU. Some halftime numbers for you. Alex Aletris for Schuylkill Valley, 6 for 8 in the first half for 118 yards and a touchdown. Isaac McFadden, 9 for 14 for Hamburg for 95 yards. We did a great job with his legs as well, including that 65-yard touchdown. But because he was sacked a couple times in that first half and had some loss on yardage on runs, ends up with 6 carries for 58 yards in the first half. So the combination of arm and leg for McFadden amounting for a little over 150 yards of total offense. And for Aletris, 21 yards on the ground on 6 carries and 118 yards. So pretty much about the same, about 140 yards or so for Aletris. And Matt, we were talking with Bruce Harbach before the game tonight, and he talked a little bit about he thought anyhow that he was hoping to have a little bit more from Alex Aletris tonight with his legs. We haven't seen a lot of those RPOs that Bruce Harbach thought he was going to be able to use tonight against Hamburg so far.
So far, you're right. So far, the second half, we'll see what type of changes Coach Harbach makes, adjustments he makes coming out for the second half. But I did see Aletris run that ball. He did run an RPO, pulled it out from his running back, and he, like I said, he was shot out of a cannon, and it was a big run, and he showed some speed. It was for a minute there, I thought it was Pyle running the ball, but in fact, it was Aletris on that RPO. So it'll be exciting to see what Aletris does here in the second half with the Schuylkill Valley Panthers. And on the other side of the ball, Isaac McFadden, 9 of 14, 95 yards, and 6 for 58 on the ground with 2 TDs running. He was electric with some of his runs. So it's kind of like a mirror image, except you got a freshman on one side and you got a junior on the other, but they're very similar in nature,
right.
And very similar teams between the Panthers and Hawks.
Right. And obviously Aletris did not get a whole lot of playing time at the varsity level behind Logan Araki, who was pretty much a 3-year starter here in Leesport. So it's really 2 first-year starters if you look at it from just an experience standpoint on a Friday night. But Aletris, obviously, as a junior, has played at least a little bit more football than McFadden. But, boy, I'll tell you what, there's a reason why Tyler Hartranft is excited. And again, we talked about this a little bit because he's in that position where he can just go for it if he chooses to do so. And that 4th down call on his own 45-yard line, he went for it. They got it. They put it in the hands of McFadden. He made a little out pass to the sidelines. He gets the pass. And I think it just lit a spark under Hamburg to say, hey, you know what? Let's make something happen here.
Do you think he's kicking himself for punting the ball away there at the end of the fourth or at the end of the half?
Get him, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's funny how it kind of changes. Now all of a sudden we got a ball game, and maybe we don't want to gamble quite as much. Let's play the safe way. Let's just punt the football.
Exactly. We're inside the opponent's 40-yard line, and we're not going to go for it. Where when we're on our own 40-yard line, we're going for it. So definite gambling. We'll see if there's any gambling here in the second half.
Schuylkill Valley going to get the ball. Well, they're going to start it with an onside kick. The ball is loose on the field, and who's going to recover it?
Ooh.
Hamburg starts it with an onside kick. The Hawks say they have it. We'll wait for the guys in the striped jersey.
Hawks ball.
They got it. They get the onside kick. Well, that just answered that question now, didn't it?
Number 21, Alexander Valentino on the recovery. Nice work. Nice call there by Coach Hartranft to take this momentum right into the second half and give your freshman quarterback the ball. In
Schuylkill Valley territory at the 39-yard line. So down 14-13, opening kickoff of the second half. It's an onside kick. It's becoming an epidemic on WEU, these onside kicks. We had 3 of them last week by Governor Mifflin, and they all worked well. And now here's Hamburg trying to take advantage of it to start the third quarter. And the handoff is to Schmeck. Schmeck with a big hole, has his legs cut out from under at about the 32-yard line. Bryce Schmeck still might be running.
Alex Garrett getting up slow, making that really touchdown-saving tackle, hitting Schmeck below the knees, bringing a big guy down.
7-yard carry for Schmeck on his 13th carry of the football game. It's 2nd and 3 from the 32. Hawks with a little bit of bounce in their step. Right back to Schmeck. Lowers his shoulder, lowers the boom, and maybe have gotten himself a first down as he pushes inside the 30 to about the 29.
Yeah, running right up the back of his tight end, Mason Strunk. Mason Strunk doing a nice job lead blocking for him. Junior tight end, 6'4", 230 pounds in front.
And Schmeck gets the 3 he needed for a first down. They move the sticks. Hamburg with 8 first downs in the first half, 3 of them on the ground, 4 of them through the air, 1 by way of pass. They pick up the first down here. It's 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Schuylkill Valley 29-yard line. McFadden going to keep it himself. He's got nowhere to go, but he's going to make something out of it as he turns it upfield and almost picks up the first down. McFadden was pinned in his own backfield, but he escapes and turns it into a positive gain down to the 21-yard line.
That was a really nice scramble there, and he's got some quicks. I thought he was in the grasp there in the backfield. I thought they were going to have him, and he was very shifty. Got up the field all the way to the Panthers' 15-yard line.
21-yard line.
21-yard line.
So it's 2nd down and 2. And this time they'll give it to Schmeck. He's got a big hole. He's got a first down. Flag goes down as Schmeck goes down inside the 15. This is going to be a 1st and 10 for Hamburg at the Schuylkill Valley 14 if the play stands.
I think it's coming back.
Yep, hold against Hamburg. So the 3rd penalty of the game against the Hawks, going to cost them 10, and it's going to cost them a first down as well. It'll remain 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now coming up, back at the 31-yard line. So those are the mistakes that a young team is going to make, but really can't afford to make. Now 14-13 game. Schuylkill Valley on top. Hamburg with 10:30 left to go in the 3rd. Has it 2nd down and 12 from the Schuylkill Valley 31. Right back to Schmeck. Nothing doing this time. This time Schuylkill Valley bottles things up in the middle, and Schmeck gets to the 30, gains just 1 yard.
Player down on the play there. One of Hamburg's offensive linemen. Not looking good. Hopefully he's okay. I think it's Sharp.
Yeah, it's their center, John Sharp, who is 6'2", 360-pound senior. So training staff coming out to take a look at Sharp right now. He was right in the middle of all that as they went right up the middle, right behind that center. And so the training staff now out taking a look at Big John Sharp as he's down on the field after Schmeck gains just 1 yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 now coming up for Hamburg at the Schuylkill Valley 30-yard line. And that's good to see that Sharp is up. Going to hobble off the field. Now you're going to get a couple teammates to help him off the field. Second half of tonight's football game presented in part by Financial Planning Advisors. Their team of professional advisors can help guide your investment planning, retirement planning, or planning for the cost of your child's college education. Less than 2% of high school athletes receive a college scholarship. Financial Planning Advisors can help you plan for the increasing cost of college. Get Financial Planning Advisors working on your team. Call them at 610-376-6334 or go to financialpa.com. So now on 3rd and 11 at the 30, Matt, you got to start thinking right away about this center snap with the quarterback.
Absolutely. Shot out of shotgun, nevertheless. So
3rd and 11 for Hamburg from the Schuylkill Valley 30-yard line. McFadden, little dump pass underneath. Pass is caught. Running for it inside the 25 to about the 24. So on 3rd and 11, they get better than half of it back.
Yeah, flanker screen, the boundary to Horvath. Horvath made a nice little catch and run to get some yards back. Now all the way down. Now we're looking at a 4th and 4. Not sure about Hamburg's kicker, but they're going for it. 4th and 4 here for the Hawks.
So the completion to Horvath, the 4th of the game to Ethan Horvath. And as Matt said, 4th and 4, a little up pass, and it's intercepted. He was looking for his big tight end, Strunk, and well covered and picked off. It was going to be Schuylkill Valley football on an incomplete pass, but it's intercepted.
Number 12, Irvin Ortiz, junior, 5'8", defensive back. McFadden tried to throw it over the top to his tight end and just did not get it up high enough. And Irvin Ortiz made a nice job high pointing that ball and taking it away from his tight end.
So the first turnover for Hamburg gives the football to Schuylkill Valley. Again, they would have gotten it on downs if they didn't get the first down. So Schuylkill Valley will get the football deep in its own territory at the 16-yard line. So Schuylkill Valley, who was supposed to get the football to start the 3rd quarter, but on the onside kick, now gets it for the first time with 9:17 to go in the 3rd. Alex Aletris from the shotgun will send a motion from the right side. There's that little pop pass, and it's Pyle. Went for 60 yards the first time. Pyle works his way through traffic. Breaks a tackle to 30, 40, 45, 50. Bryce Pyle is going to take it to the house. No one's going to catch him now. This will go for 84 yards and a touchdown.
Nice play call there. Again, that was Pyle coming from the boundary in motion. Another one of those little shovel passes for, this time, a touchdown. Instead of 60 yards, he took it the distance. 84 yards? Wow. Little giveaway, though, to the strong side of the field. You saw both receivers split almost to the sideline here, given plenty of room for Pyle to bring it to the wide side of the field, and he did the rest. He used his speed and broke one tackle, took it to the house. Great play call there by Coach Bruce Harbach, and Schuylkill Valley's now up 21-13.
With the extra point by Romsher splitting uprights with 8:55 left to go in the third. As Matt said, the score now, the Schuylkill Valley Panthers 21, the Hamburg Hawks 13. Can the Hawks respond? We'll find out when we come back with more high school football presented by Savage Auto Group live on WEEU in Reddick.
It's hard for me to say 84-yard.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338. At Leibensberger Funeral Home, serving the community has always been the highest priority. Now in their 90th year in business, there are now 4 generations of Leibensberger's family who continue to live and work within those communities. In your time of need, turn to someone you know and trust. The Leibensberger Funeral Homes are proud supporters of the Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley School Districts. To learn more about both their Hamburg and Leesport locations, visit LeibensbergerFuneralHomes.com. Pop pass, the story tonight for the Schuylkill Valley Panthers as Brandon Pyle takes one in the end zone for a touchdown. Here's Ethan Horvath over the head of steam on a kickoff return across the 20, but he's quickly knocked down across the 25 to 27. So those 2 pop passes, Matt, from Alex Electra.
Shuffle pass.
But they go as a forward pass. They have combined for 144 yards of offense for Schuylkill Valley on 2 plays.
144 yards. Same play.
Yep.
Same play, just motion and Pyle, getting Pyle in motion and shuffling, popping, however you want to call it, shuffling it forward to him, and he did the rest. You know, really a glorified sweep, and he took it to distance.
Yeah, can't get much more of a safe play. It's really a little bit of a timing aspect to it, and that's about it. But the quarterback just takes the snap, just pushes the pass forward, and Pyle takes it and turns the edge and then turns it up the field for the big gain. This one goes for the touchdown. McFadden trying to counter it. Here's a little dump off to his tight end, Strunk. And the big 6'4", 230-pound tight end will take it for a Hamburg first down out close to the 40-yard line.
Anthony Batista, sophomore defensive back, coming up, upended number 44, Mason Strunk, on that catch and run.
So after McFadden's second interception of the season ended the last drive, they go right back with a freshman finding Strunk for the second time for a 12-yard gain. Here back to the ground game, and Schmack. Actually, that's not Schmack. That's a little pass instead. My mistake to Owen Bentz. That's good for about 5 yards to the 6 yards to the 45-yard line. It'll be second down and 4.
Both of these teams do a really nice job with these bubble screens and flanker screens, because that's exactly what that was to the inside slot receiver, and nice positive yards there by the Hamburg Hawks.
Second and 4 from the 45-yard line, inside of 8 minutes to go into third. McFadden looks left. He's trouble. Avoids that trouble, and he's going to tuck and run. McFadden trying to get to the edge, and he'll just get out of bounds. McFadden gets stopped short of the original line of scrimmage, hobbled a little bit as he went out of bounds.
Grabbing his leg. It looks like he pulled something.
It might be a cramp.
Cramping?
Just the way he's hobbling around. Now he's going to have to come out. It looks like
number 17,
Isaac Stewart Jr. is going to come in instead. So they're tending to McFadden on the sideline. He went out of bounds and looked like he tried to kind of hop on the sideline. He tried to come back in, and they pulled him back. He lost a yard on the play. It's back to the 44-yard line. It's going to be third down and 5 now coming up for the Hawks. So Isaac Stewart in there now as the quarterback. And he gives the handoff for Schmeck, and a great job by Schmeck. A little bit of an awkward handoff, but Schmeck's going to take it for a first down into Schuylkill Valley territory to the Panther 47-yard line.
Hey, I've been in Isaac Stewart's shoes before. Coming in cold, number 17. He's a junior, 5'11", 205 pounds. Running the huddle, taking the snap, getting that shotgun snap from your second-team center.
Right.
Collects the snap and able to get a good handoff there to Schmeck, and Schmeck did the rest for the first down.
To the 47-yard line of Schuylkill Valley. Hamburg again trying to come right back after a Schuylkill Valley touchdown. They've done it twice so far in this game. Stewart wants to throw for it, but he will not get the chance as he hit before he can pull the trigger and sack back at the Hamburg 46-yard line.
Kamoff on the blitz, number 34 by the Panthers. Did not even give Isaac Stewart a chance to get that ball off. Stewart's lucky he did not cough that one up.
7-yard loss on the play puts the Panthers in a 2nd 17. Now McFadden's okay, and he's going to come back in. But he's put himself behind the sticks now at 2nd and 17. Second sack of the game for the Hamburg defense. For the Schuylkill Valley defense. For the Hamburg offense, it's 2nd and 17. McFadden will hand it off for Schmeck. Not much doing. Schmeck will not go down easily, and eventually the pile will push backwards on Bryce Schmeck, not giving him the 50-yard line. Stopped at his own 48. That's just a 2-yard gain.
Sonnen on the tackle there, number 54, wrapping him up, preventing him from getting any additional yards, along with a couple other Panthers on the tackle.
So it's 3rd and 15 now for the Hawks. They've got to get to the Schuylkill Valley 37-yard line to keep this drive alive. 21-13 our score. Schuylkill Valley on top, 6:15 left to go in the 3rd. McFadden, here comes a little bubble pass for Horvath, and he'll get a little, but he won't get much. He's back into Schuylkill Valley territory, and it's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and about 12, depending on where they spot this football.
Bob, they got a lot of those bubble and flanker screens in the playbook. I wonder if they have the flanker bubble screen fake and go deep.
Well, that's what it looks like. They're going to punt the football here. Schmeck will be the punter, or is the punter, and so he's lined up to punt. Irvin Ortiz is the return man for Schuylkill Valley. So Hamburg's defense comes up with a stop. And again, a big piece of that was McFadden had to come out of the game for a couple of plays, and they came up with a sack as well. Schmeck with a high kick, angling it towards the sideline. Ortiz will let it roll. Will it get in the end zone? It will. Just didn't quite roll sideways enough, and eventually turned north-south instead and rolled into the end zone. So with 5:21 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Schuylkill Valley with an 8-point lead at 21-13, and the Panthers are going to get the football on the touchback at their own 20-yard line.
Great kick there by your fullback. Backed him up. Really, if one of his up man got down the field, I mean, that ball was slowly rolling in the end zone. That was close to being touchdown to 1.
And again, Schmeck, just a sophomore, part of this very young Hamburg team. Right now is going toe-to-toe with their arch rival in Schuylkill Valley. Panthers have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. All 3 receivers to the right side for Aletris. He is going to keep it himself on the quarterback draw play, but nothing there. He is wrapped up and dropped for a loss.
I don't know. I think he fumbled that snap.
I think you're right.
Mishandled the snap. And
I think he just fell on it.
Yeah.
I think you're right. So I don't know if that was the exchange with his back and the ball came loose or not. But regardless, they lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13. Kamoff now checks in as the back in the backfield with Aletris, as he'll send 2 to his left and 2 to his right, and they stack those receivers on each side.
The pile in motion. Here,
they fake the pop pass. Aletris is going to keep it himself. He gets a block from Batista that's going to spring Aletris for what looks like a first down. I think Hamburg thought he was going to run out of bounds. He had a different idea, and he runs it for a first down instead.
Yeah, shifty running, puts his foot in the ground, shoots up the field, dives forward, first down Panthers.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard run for the quarterback. So they faked the pop pass that time, and how can Hamburg not react to Brandon Black going in motion with what that play has done so far? But instead, Aletris keeps it himself. And a great decision by the quarterback to say, I'm not going out of bounds. I'm going to take this for the first down run to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Schuylkill Valley. Pile back in as the back now in the backfield. They fake the hand up to him. Aletris is going to keep it himself. Here's the RPOs that Bruce Harbach was talking about. And Aletris on the keeper will take it out to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, faking the dive. Letras pulls it down, and first down, getting 9 yards at a pop.
That's the 9th carry now of the game for Aletras. 3 of them here in this second half as he comes to the sidelines, gets this play that Bruce Harbach wants him to run on 2nd and 2 from the 41. Second and 1 for Aletras. You're going to send 3 receivers this time to the left side. Pile the back in the backfield. Letras fakes the toss, wants to go for the home run. He's looking for Garrett, and it's over his head and incomplete. He had 3 receivers downfield. Looked like Garrett may have stopped running for just a split second, and the timing wasn't there, and it's incomplete.
Great call there, and I think Coach Harbach might come right back to that play. Trips to the field, and because Batista ran the post route, and Batista was wide open. He ended up throwing the ball to Garrett down the sidelines, but I think both Garrett and Batista were open. Look for the same play to come pop back up here in a couple plays, Bob.
A note to self moment for Bruce Harbach on 3rd and 2 now for Schuylkill Valley from their own 41-yard line. Again, it's Panthers on top still, 21-13. Again, it's 3 receivers to that left side, and now confusion and a timeout. Somebody not on the right spot, and Schuylkill Valley's going to burn a timeout here with 3:08 left to go in the third quarter. So the Panthers calling the timeout.
Play clock was down to 1. Schuylkill Valley, nice job calling the timeout rather than taking a 5-yard penalty, which would have dropped them back to 3rd and 6.
A reminder of Penn State football for you tomorrow here on WEEU as the Penn State Nittany Lions homecoming. Should be an interesting crowd on homecoming tomorrow at Beaver Stadium.
Yes, interesting is the proper term.
Better get off to a good start. I guess that's about the key component of it all. Penn State Northwestern kickoff time is 3:30 here on WEU. The pregame coverage gets underway at 1:30 with Nittany Extra. Brian Tripp joins Rich Garcella and myself. Brian will be on the sidelines for Penn State. He's also calling Penn State hockey, which is a hotbed right now for hockey. They have a player, Gavin McKenna, a freshman, who they think will be the number 1 pick in the NHL draft next year.
Wow.
17 years old. Brian Tripp talked to us about it. Well, you can hear more of it tomorrow at 1:30. Interesting. Penn State now becoming a hockey hotbed as well, as Aletras will keep it himself again with that delayed quarterback keeper. Will push forward. Did he get enough? It looks like he did get enough. He only needed about a yard and change to get the first down, and they'll move the sticks.
There's been only one dominant winner Penn State sport, and that's wrestling.
Yeah, it has. It has indeed.
Cale Sanders has
done an unbelievable job.
The Penn State football team needs to get him on the sidelines.
1st and 10 for Schuylkill Valley from the 43-yard line. It's been the Alex Aletras show for the most part with his legs in this series. He's got his team at the 43-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to throw for it this time. He's got a man. It's Garrett. Little slant-in pass to the slot receiver, and Garrett's in Hamburg territory down to the 44-yard line. Here comes a flag at the end of the play. So right now it's 1st and 10, Schuylkill Valley at the Hamburg 44. We'll see what the penalty flag is all about. Was at the end of the play.
That play call there, trips to the field, and it's a quick dive, fake the dive, and he stands tall, Letras, and that's the 3rd time he's hit Alex Garrett over the middle on that slant seam pass, and they're both on the money there. You could tell that they've run that play many a times. Lots of muscle memory there.
13-yard play to the 44, and then a face mask on top of it that will give Schuylkill Valley another 5 to the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 39-yard line as Hamburg gets called on the face mask penalty at the end of the play. So 2:30 to go in the third, 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Hamburg 39-yard line. Just one receiver each way, 2 tight ends set now for Schuylkill Valley. Bruce Harbach going to play a little power football. Nope, flag down before. Whistle to stop the play. This is going to cost Schuylkill Valley that 5 they just picked up on the face mask. So the 4th penalty against Schuylkill Valley. Penalties even right now at 4 apiece. So those 2 tight ends now are going to come out. And more back to Schuylkill Valley's more traditional 3 wide receiver set. It's like Irvin Ortiz is now the back in the backfield with Aletris. Aletris is going to throw it. He's got a man, quick hitter again. Good for enough to get the penalty yards back. This time the catch is made by Ethan Amaral. First time we've seen him out there. In there as kind of an extra receiver or a tight end, and he makes the catch for a couple to the 37-yard line, and a gain of 7 will make it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Ethan Amaral, sophomore, 5'11", 145-pound wide receiver. Nice little possession catch there for first down for gain of 3 or 4.
Bruce Harbach telling us about how many skilled players they'll have back next year. Amaral, just a sophomore. He's now in the middle of 2 receivers, Garrett and Klinikowski on the left side, but Aletris is going to keep it himself. No, he's going to try to run it. There's that little RPO, and he just kind of threw that one away. Batista was there, but Aletris had a Hamburg Hawk in his face, and he just threw that one away.
Yeah, that was 51. That was William Marciano, senior, 6'3", 225 defensive tackle. That was right in Aletris's grill, so he quickly threw that away in the dirt. One thing I'll get back to, though, Bob, is to your point, Schuylkill Valley throws it around. They mix the ball around. They've got a lot of different people that touch that ball from the receiver spot, and it's not just one guy. It's not Batista. If it's not Batista, it's Garrett. You got Klinikowski. You got William Johns. You got Kamoff. You got Ortiz, Pyle. You just saw Amaral with his 3rd catch of the year.
There's Pyle on a handoff this time, and Pyle will pick his way across the 35 to about the 34. He needed 8. He only got 3. This will bring up a 4th down now for Schuylkill Valley. 4th and about 5. The line of scrimmage is the 34. You're looking at a 50-plus yard field goal. We talked with Bruce Harbach, if you missed it, about Reese Wamshire, their outstanding junior kicker. He said about 45 yards. So this is outside of his range. So Schuylkill Valley is going to go for it on 4th and 5 at the 34-yard line. Ortiz is the back in the backfield. Aletris steps away from a defender, finds a man across the middle of the field. Good for a first down. Popped immediately after he made the catch, but Garrett did make the catch. He holds on, first down, Schuylkill Valley.
That might have been the best throw from Alex Aletris tonight because he had number 70. He had number 72, Ashton Reppert, coming up, which he was blocked. So he stepped up in the pocket, found his receiver down the field, and put it right on the money for a first down throw. That was a very, very well thrown ball. Very poised throw there by Aletris.
And that will also be the final play of the 3rd quarter, but it's good for a first down for Schuylkill Valley. So the Panthers on a drive. They have scored the only points of this second half, and they lead it after 3 quarters. The score, the Schuylkill Valley Panthers 21, the Hamburg Hawks 13. The 4th quarter of the Frost Bowl continues when we get back for the final 12 minutes live on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
We start the 4th quarter with the Schuylkill Valley Panthers on top and with the football on a 1st and 10 at the 21. Right up the gut goes Schuylkill Valley, a rare up the middle run for the Panthers on 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. The give is to Pyle, and he takes the Pyle forward inside the 20 to the 18, a gain of 3.
Yeah, nice run, nice hard pounding run there by Pyle up the middle, tackled by William Marciano, senior defensive tackle for the Hawks.
High school football on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. We start the 4th quarter with Schuylkill Valley on top, 21-13. And the Panthers looking for more here. 2nd and 7 for Schuylkill Valley from the Hamburg 18-yard line. Ortiz again is the back in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. This time he's going to get popped. Irvin Ortiz had nowhere to go, and he runs right into the bear hug of big Ashton Reppert, who will not let him go, and the whistle will blow the play dead on a loss of a yard.
Tell you what, Hamburg's got a couple studs. I mean, not dudes. They got a couple dudes on that defensive front that really have been running around. And, some of them have played both ways, as does Reppert, who you just spoke about, number 72. He's playing a heck of a game for the Hawks.
6'3", 235. Marciano had that play earlier, as Matt said, also 6'3", 225, a couple of seniors. It's 3rd and 7 now for Schuylkill Valley. 2 tight end set, one goes in motion. Aletras is going to dump it off for Kamoff. A little dump off and a great open field tackle as he's brought down. Tremendous open field tackle by Alexander Valentino to deny Kamoff the first down keeper. As Schuylkill Valley takes it to about the 16-yard line, it will be 4th down.
Yeah, are we going to see the field goal kicker here, or are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going to go for it. But, yes, to your point, Valentino made a really nice first down saving tackle by the shoestrings on Kamoff.
4th, and we'll call it 5 for Schuylkill Valley at the Hamburg 16-yard line. No kicker on the field. They're going for it on 4. 3 receivers to the right for Aletras. He's going to hand it off for Ortiz. Can he get to the edge? He will not. Hamburg comes up with a stop. Big-time play for the Hawk defense, and they will take possession.
Shifty Irvin Ortiz got the handoff out of the gun and ran to the short side of the field, and Hamburg's pursuit just would not let him get up the field enough for the first down. Hawks ball on their own 16-yard line.
And with still just under 10 minutes left to play in the game, 9:55 to be exact, the Hawks get the ball back. So this has suddenly turned into a defensive tussle after we were looking like a shootout after a quarter. Only 1 touchdown since the end of that first quarter, and that was the touchdown run on that little pop pass to Pyle in the 3rd quarter for Schuylkill Valley. McFadden going to run it himself this time, works his way through traffic, dances his way to about the 20, and a gain of 4 for the freshman quarterback.
Shuffle, Bob, shuffle. Pop pass is like tight end, up over the middle. Shuffle pass.
So a gain of 4 for McFadden.
Tomato.
2nd and 6 at the 20 for Hamburg. Horvath and Metzler split out on the left side. Bentz split out on the right. Strunk, the tight end, shifting around back and forth. And the give is to Schmeck, and he is hit and dropped in the backfield. And off the edge comes Fawad Abdul Talif to drop him for a loss at about the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Hamburg quickly back up to the line of scrimmage, and then they look to the sideline for the signal as to what play they want to run. 3rd and 5 from the 19-yard line for the Hawks.
That was either Fouad Abdul Abtif or that was Anthony Batista, number 10, on the blitz.
McFadden in trouble again, and this time he will not get away. Schuylkill Valley will wrap him up and drop for a loss. Schuylkill Valley said the ball came loose. Let's see if they officials agree or not. McFadden shaken up. He may have lost the football. Hands on the head for Isaac McFadden. It is a fumble. I was waiting for the official signal from the officials, and it's a fumble. And Schuylkill Valley will get the ball back deep in Hamburg territory.
Yeah, Nate Kyer on the sack on that, getting to McFadden in the backfield, offense and defensive tackle number 53, 6'2", 215-pound senior.
So Schuylkill Valley takes possession. The line of scrimmage is the Hamburg 14-yard line. Panthers looking for a big knockout punch here. Kamoff is now with the back in the backfield with Aletras. Pyle goes in motion. They fake the pass, pop pass to him. Aletras with a deep drop. Now he's going to swing it out to Pyle. Makes the first man miss. Stays in bounds. Tries to straight arm his way out of a tackle and will not do it as he's wrapped up at about the 13-yard line. All of that goes for a gain of just 1 to Brandon Pyle.
Nice job by Brandon Pyle getting those extra yards. Little shimmy shake there, little hop, little stiff arm, and the pursuit of Hamburg caught up with him and for only a gain of a yard.
Tucks his average down considerably in terms of pass receptions.
Yes.
After 2 for 144, he's now 3 for 145. 2nd and 9 from the 13. Clock continuing to run for Schuylkill Valley with inside of 8 minutes to go. Their lead is 8, 21-13. And now whistle officials are going to stop the clock here. This may be to adjust time on the clock. The official time is kept on the field by the referees. So one of those officials blew the whistle to stop the clock, but doesn't look like they're going to do anything. Now they wind it. We go. 2nd and 9 from the 13 for Schuylkill Valley. Shift out of the backfield. Pyle moving out to the right. So Letchus in the backfield by himself. Going to keep it himself. Up the middle to the 10, to the 5, and inside the 5. Did not get in the end zone. Will be 3rd down and goal to go for Schuylkill Valley. No, 1st and goal to go. Excuse me. He got the 1st down. Now a flag comes down afterwards, and a second flag comes down after that.
I think it might be personal foul there. I'm not sure if it's Schuylkill Valley or Hamburg. There's some jawing and some shoving going on.
And now here comes a 3rd penalty flag. So we've got 3 flags now on the field, and we'll see what this is going to be all about. This could be absolutely detrimental. I mean, if it's against Hamburg, it's going to be half the distance. There's not much farther to go. Because it was a 1st and goal to go from about the 3 on the run by Eletris.
Yeah, it was second and 9, and he just took it down to the 1-yard line. That run, by the way, he set up nicely out of the gun, empty backfield. It was like a delayed draw by the quarterback draw, and he set up his blocks nice and really powered it all the way down to the 1.
So right now it's 1st and goal to go for Schuylkill Valley, but there are 3 flags thrown on the play. They were all clearly thrown after the play. So now the question is going to be, what all are the flags about and who are the guilty parties? And right now we've got an official conference going on right now to try to figure this all out. And if 2 of those flags are on the same player, that player is ejected. Al Lubas is going to let us know. Personal foul against Schuylkill Valley. Personal foul, Hamburg. Nullify each other. And then the 3rd penalty is going to be against Schuylkill Valley. So the Panthers are going to get backed up to the 17-yard line, it looks like, on the 15-yard penalty. So there were 3 penalties, 2 of them against Schuylkill Valley and 1 of them against Hamburg. So the line of scrimmage is now the 17-yard line, and it will be, question is it 1st and goal to go? Because I thought it was after the play, which would have been a 1st and goal. So theoretically, it should be 1st and goal back at the 17, I believe. And that's what now they're going to confer again. Because it was after the play was over. So there'll be another conference with the officials to figure this one out. 7 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the football game. And now Al Lubas is going to go over and explain it to Bruce Harbach. Yep, that's the call. It's going to be 1st down, goal to go for Schuylkill Valley, but the line of scrimmage is now the 17-yard line. Because it was after the play was over with, and the play had taken Schuylkill Valley to a 1st and goal at the 2. The conversation has not ended. It appeared to have ended, but now it has not. Lots of lobbying going on. Well, I think we're ready to go. I think we got it straightened out. It's 1st and goal from the 17-yard line.
It will be a 1st and goal at the 16-yard line.
So Eletris again taking the shotgun snap. He'll hand it off. It's Pyle on the handoff, trying to sweep it on the right side. Won't get much. Coming up and making the stick from his strong safety spot was Andrew Arroyo. He meets Pyle around the 15, a gain of a yard or 2. It'll be 2nd and goal to go.
Yeah, Arroyo did a nice job. He had contained on that play. He's the outside linebacker on the play that would not let him turn the corner. 2nd and 17, or 2nd and
goal from the 16. Yep. Now Garrett, Klinikowski, and Kamoff are going to go to the left side. Pyle and Batista to the right. So Eletris in a backfield by his lonesome on 2nd and goal. Looking right, going to run. What's he going to do? He's going to stop and throw. He dumps it off for Batista, who's inside the 5-yard line, and bumped out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and goal to go.
That's a delayed throw there. Looked like Eletris was going to run the ball, stops, pulls up, throws it to Batista for a nice gain all the way down to the Hamburg 3.
Yep, 3rd down and goal to go now for Schuylkill Valley. Maybe not. They're walking backwards again. Another penalty against Schuylkill Valley. Going to put them right back now to the 21-yard line. So the penalties now starting to mount in this game against Schuylkill Valley. And instead of being 3rd and goal at the 3, they're going to be backed up again to the 21-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and goal to go. So wipe out the play and the completion to Batista. Play doesn't count. And instead, it's 2nd down and goal again. Little pass in the middle of the field. I believe that's Garrett again on that little slant end. It is. As he makes the catch down to the 11, they get 10 of it back.
Yeah, great throw and catch there from Garrett. Alex Eletris and him have that connection there over the middle. That slot throw, slant seam route to the strong side of the field takes it down to the Hamburg 11-yard line.
Garrett's career high prior to this was 4 receptions in a game. That was his 7th of this night. We still have 5:35 left to go in the football game. And he has his team now in a 3rd and goal at the 11. So they got half of it back on that first play. Again, they're going to put 3 receivers to the right side. Garrett, the closest in. Now Pyle again shifts out of the backfield. And now a whistle before the snap of the football and a timeout called by Schuylkill Valley. So this series has been about as awkwardly constructed as could be between penalties, timeouts, and confusion. It's been far from a work of art, but Schuylkill Valley has the football, and it was all set up again by that fumble. Fumble on the sack of Isaac McFadden gave Schuylkill Valley the football back, and they started this at the 14-yard line. That was quite a while ago, and they're still only now at the 11-yard line because of the penalties. It's 3rd down and goal, and Schuylkill Valley burns its 2nd timeout. So Hamburg still has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. The Hawks trail at 21-13. Hamburg next week will take on Berks Catholic at the Farino Sports Complex. And actually, that's at Hamburg, and then they'll finish up at home against Columbia. So this is the final road game of the season for Hamburg. So following the Panther timeout, it's 3rd down, goal to go from the 11-yard line of Hamburg. Schuylkill Valley leads it 21-13. Kamoff is back as the back in the backfield. Batista split right. Klinikowski is slot right. Play action fake. They're going to dump it off, and the pass is incomplete. Brought in an extra tight end. The tight end of Hunter Derlin. They put him in motion. Tried to just dump it off to him, and he couldn't catch the football. It's 4th down.
Yeah, little waggle action, getting Eletris out, mobile, running the ball. He had his first option open, flat to his tight end. And to your point, Hunter Derlin could not pull it in. It was a little bit behind him, not out in front of him. Wasn't an easy catch. And Schuylkill Valley Panthers are going to attempt a field goal.
28-yard field goal attempt for Reese Wamshire. He had a 31-yarder hit the upright in the first half. This one has plenty of leg. Did he get this one through? He did. Reese Wamshire with the 28-yard field goal adds on. So Schuylkill Valley does take advantage of the Hamburg turnover. They turn it into 3 points. When we come back to Leesport, 5:13 remaining in the football game. It's now Schuylkill Valley 24, Hamburg 13, live on WEEU in Reading.
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com.
At Leibensberger Funeral Home, serving the community has always been the highest priority. Now in their 90th year in business, there are now 4 generations of the Leibensberger family who continue to live and work within those communities. In your time of need, turn to someone you know and trust. The Leibensberger Funeral Homes are proud supporters of the Hamburg and Schuylkill Valley School Districts. To learn more about both of their Hamburg and Leesport locations, visit LeibensbergerFuneralHomes.com. So the Panthers take advantage of the Hamburg turnover deep in their own territory. Maybe not what they wanted as they started that one at the 14-yard line, but they do get points out of it. It's a field goal. Makes it now an 11-point game and a 2-score game for Hamburg to try and come back. Here's a high short kick. It's taken by the return man, Ethan Horvath. He's across the 20, 25, and 30 and knocked off his feet at about the 32-yard line. And it's par on the tackle for Schuylkill Valley. So the Hawks will start 1st and 10 from the 32. 5:07 left to play in the football game. Hamburg needs to strike fast. Because now, as I said, it's a 2-score game for the Hawks. McFadden has thrown an interception this game and now has been stripped and fumbled it as well. (13 for 19 so far in the football game is McFadden. Bryce Schmeck is back in the backfield. Sidecar is left. 2 receivers to his right, 1 on his left. Looking right all the way. Pass, a little slant in, and it's Metzger is the intended receiver, and the pass is broken up, and there's a flag down.
Bamboje Sarr, he was the one who made the tackle on the kickoff. He was the one defensive back there, the corner who just broke that play up in it. I'm wondering if they're going to call him for pass interference because he was draped all over the receiver.
Technically, they're calling it a hold, but to your point, that's where the play came from. So hold him, pass interfere with him, whatever the case may be, it's going to be a penalty against Schuylkill Valley.
He was all over Elijah Metzler on that. He was a little handsy, if isn't that the term? Those defensive backs, they're a little handsy.
Yeah, they can be at times, and it's going to cost the Schuylkill Valley Panthers 10 yards, and it gives Hamburg a first down on the play as well. Hawks will take that. They're now at the 42-yard line with 5:01 left to go. McFadden fakes left. Now he's going to go right. He's got a man chasing him. He's going to dump it off, and it's going to be intercepted. An outstanding play by Garrett, who comes up with a takeaway as Schuylkill Valley will have the pick. Alex Garrett flies above the crowd and pulls it down for the interception.
Great play by Garrett. Garrett there just elevating up and taking that ball from his safety position, coming up and rising up and picking that ball off from Isaac McFadden.
So 3 turnovers in 4 possessions now for the Hamburg offense, and Schuylkill Valley's going to get the football right back with a chance to put this thing away because they're going to take possession in Hamburg territory at the Hawk 44-yard line. So defense for Schuylkill Valley rising to the challenge here in this second half, and they have turned the football over. 2 interceptions now and a fumble as well. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Hawk 44. Alex Aletris in the offense right back to work. Kamoff the back behind him, and it's Kamoff who gets the handoff, and Hamburg is right there to wrap him up. Good job of pinching off the edge. Coming up off the edge to make the contact was Andrew Arroyo first, and Sawyer Smith was there as well.
Along with Bryce Schmeck. I mean, there was a host of Hawks there. I didn't see any. I didn't even see any Panthers out in front of him.
Loss of 2 on the play for Kamoff. 2nd down and 12 now at the 46. Schuylkill Valley will try to take as much time before every snap as they can. They do have the play clocks here in Leesport, so Aletris can kind of look down the field, see that play clock tick down to 5 and to 4 to 3 before he takes the snap. Toss sweep for Pyle, right side. Pyle has to stay in bounds. Hamburg will bring him down, and again, it's Horvath. Boy, he's had a ton of tackles tonight for Hamburg as Pyle gets brought down at about the 42. We got 4 of it back.
Ethan Horvath, not a big kid, senior, 5'10", 150 pounds, but to your point, he comes up out of the corner position, making tackles, making plays. He also does the same thing on offense out of his receiver position. Quick, shifty, two-way player.
So the 4-yard gain for Pyle puts Schuylkill Valley now in a 3rd and 8. Hamburg still has all 3 of its timeouts left. Tyler Hartranft would like to try to hold on to him as best as he can here. 3rd and 8 for Schuylkill Valley to Hamburg 42. Pyle shifts out of the backfield. Aletris again left by his lonesome back there. 3 receivers on his left, Pyle on the right. Fakes left. He's going to keep it on the run to the right side. Wants to try to stay in bounds. Hamburg trying to push him out of bounds as they'll drive him towards the sideline. Smith and Valentino there on the tackle for Hamburg. And around the 40-yard line, a gain of just 2. It's 4th down and 6. And it looks like Hamburg called a timeout. Yep, Hawks call their first timeout. Stops the clock with 3:07 left to go. So if you're Bruce Harbaugh here, you're 4th and 6 at your 40. Obviously, you just got to play the long game, make them go as long as you can, punt the football. If you're Hamburg, you're coming after the kick.
Well, the other option is bring in number 21, Reese Wamshire, right? He's got a leg. He's got a big leg. I know it'd be a 50-yard field goal.
Yeah.
He's good from. They said he was good from
45.
Right?
Also true. But right now it's we got 11 points, a 2-score game. So I got to think if you're Bruce Harbaugh, you're thinking, you got to make them go as long as you possibly can for the 2 scores. So Tyler Hartranft burns his first time out with 3:11 left to play. And Schuylkill Valley next week on the road against Annville Cleona, and then the return for Bruce Harbaugh back to Lancaster Catholic, where he spent 16 years as the head coach of the Crusaders, led them to state championships in 2009 and 2011. Well, they're not going to punt it. Hutchis is out there on 4th and 6 from the 40. Hard pressed to believe they're going to.
Offside.
Somebody moved. It's going to be Hamburg and Woods. They're not going to give them the first down, though, because it's 4th and 6. So give them 5. Might change what they do, though.
I think it was number 14.
Yep. So it's going to
Sawyer
cost
Smith.
Hamburg 5. Makes it makes it 4th and 1. But again, it's a lot more you can do now on 4th and 1 than 4th and 6.
This definitely changes the play call.
So Pyle now will check back in as Eletris comes to the sidelines to get the play. Mikowski, Garrett, and Batista split out on the left side.
Tight end of the boundary.
It's going to be Eletris. He'll keep it. He'll take it for the first down. So the first down picked up by Eletris, and the procedure penalty by Hamburg made it a whole lot easier as Eletris picks up a couple to the 32. He needed just 1. He got 3. First down, Schuylkill Valley.
Yeah, it was a designed fake dive to Pyle off the short side of the field following his tight end, and Eletris just pulled it down and kept it off his left tackle, for a first down. Nice play call there by Coach Harbaugh.
So now Schuylkill Valley going to try to string this thing out as best they can. Again, Hamburg can stop it 2 more times. 2:35 left to go. 1st and 10 for Schuylkill Valley to Hamburg 32. Letchis will hand it off for Pyle, trying to turn the left edge. Makes the first man miss. Cuts it up the field. Gets tripped up at about the 25. I think Hamburg just called a timeout. Pyle gains 7. Makes it 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, Pyle got outside there on a off-tackle play, looking to get outside along sidelines, put his foot in the ground and got up the field. He got himself a nice 7-8 yard gain.
And Hamburg does call the timeout now. That leaves them with just 1 left to go and stops the clock with 2:22 to go. So this is just kind of opportunity to try to do the math in your head a little bit for Schuylkill Valley. How many plays can we pick up? Obviously another first down, and that's going to put this thing away. And that's what Schuylkill Valley's thinking about on 2nd and 3 now at the 25. Hamburg hoping for a quick stop and call a timeout, put him in a 4th down spot. Try to get the ball back. Batista, Garrett, and Klinikowski are all out there as receivers, with Garrett and Klinikowski on the right side. Batista splits out to the left. Derlin, the tight end, is on the right side. Ortiz is in as the back. So they go with the 5'8", 145-pound junior Irvin Ortiz as the running back. And he's going to get the handoff. He cuts back against the grain. He's going to take it for first down, 15, 10, 5. He's going to take it to the end zone. Irvin Ortiz, a little counter handoff, and he takes it 25 yards for the touchdown. And Schuylkill Valley does put icing on the cake tonight.
For a minute, I thought that was Pyle. Irvin Ortiz put on the afterburners there. Great run by Ortiz, just splitting the defenders, taking it into the end zone. Schuylkill Valley 30, Hamburg 13. Or extra point.
For Reese Wamshire, Eletris is the holder. Third touchdown run of the season for Ortiz. Wampshire's extra point is good. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the football game. And the Schuylkill Valley Panthers, with all the offense so far here in half number 2, they now lead it by a score of 31-13. Quick timeout, back after this in 30 seconds here at WEEU.
Let Redner's take care of cooking with our chef-prepared meals available in all of our stores. Crafted by our executive chef, Redner's has you covered for every mealtime, featuring all your favorites like shepherd's pie, beef burgundy, mango salmon, and more. Got a special event? Let Redner's provide your party with everything you need with restaurant-quality items at a fraction of the cost. Plus, with our rotating menu of seasonal meals, you'll always find something new with our chef-prepared meals. Check out the menu at the market or order online at rednersmarkets.com.
What's his numbers? 13. Back at Schuylkill Valley High School, 31-13 is our score. Alex Aletris and the Schuylkill Valley Panthers put one more in the end zone. This time again, the run by Ortiz is third of the night. And Hamburg is going to get another possession here. Alex Aletris on the night now, 13 for 18 throwing the football for 248 yards. And a touchdown to go along with it. Just checking, that is definitely a new career high for Aletris. He had his career high of 190 yards passing against Daniel Boone. On the return is Horvath from his own 10 across the 20, 25, and then finally thrown to the ground at about the 30 or 31-yard line. So Hamburg with another possession here with 2:07 left to play. So it's been a frustrating second half for Hamburg. 4 possessions. One ended in a punt, the other 3 in turnovers. 2 interceptions and a fumble for the Hawks, changing what was a 14-13 Schuylkill Valley advantage to a 31-13 Panther lead. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Hawks. Only have the 1 timeout left to go. I invite you to stick around coming up for our Pizza Como Temple post-game show. Of words with winning coach Bruce Harbach and our Reading Fight Phil's player of the game, our Celebration Villa of Exeter play of the game, and more before we sign off here. Now in for Hamburg, Isaac Stewart in as the quarterback, and he's going to throw a pass that's going to be caught and out to about the 40-yard line, a gain of 9 as Elijah Metzger is there to make that completion on a 9-yard pass to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, again, Isaac Stewart coming in kind of cold on a rollout, throws a nice dime out to Elijah Metzler, just short of the first down. Great throw and catch by the two of those guys.
Now he's looking to his left side. It'll slant in for Horvath and went through his hands. He had a defender closing in on him. You may have heard some footsteps as Alejandro Rubinos was coming in, and Horvath dropped the football.
Yeah, I don't think Horvath had his eyes fully on that ball because it went right through his hands. It was one of those he was looking a different direction and just could not bring that in, tuck that one away.
Stops the clock temporarily on the incomplete pass with 1:52 to go. As Stewart from the shotgun is going to hand it off to Schmeck, who's going to get the first down. They only needed a yard to get the first down. Schmeck will get that and more as he's finally brought down. His knee finally hits the ground at about the 46. Needed 1, he got 6.
Yeah, that's been some hard running there for Schmeck. He's just been lowering his shoulder and just a bruiser up the middle between the tackles.
Stewart wants to throw it. Ball tipped as it's released, and it goes incomplete. He was looking again for Metzger, but it's going to fall to the ground. Metzler, the intended target, stops the clock. It's 2nd down and 10.
I think that was number 5. Jonas Hartman on that pass breakup almost intercepted it out of the linebacker position.
Horvath and Benz to the near side. Strunk and Metzler to the far side. And the handoff is to Schmeck. And the sophomore fullback will take it for a couple to about the 49. He gains 3. It's 3rd down and 7. 20th carry of the night unofficially for Bryce Schmeck. Again, forced into that running back spot after the injury early on in the season to Blaze Ernst, who was their most experienced back coming back. He started since he's a freshman, just a junior. Stewart throws for it again. Pass is caught. Again, it's Metzler who makes the catch near the sticks as he's brought down just shy of it would appear, with a minute left to go in the football game. Hamburg trying to find some bright spots here. They do get enough of the first down.
Yeah, I'm impressed so far by Isaac Stewart just stepping in cold and throwing some good balls to his receivers and running this offense. Now, as I say this, he just had to pull it down and scramble, and pulled it down and ended up getting sacked.
Back at about the 46-yard line. And that's going to bring up second down now. It looks like Hamburg may have called their final timeout. Yep. So the Hawks will burn their final timeout with 41 seconds left to go. Again, it's still Isaac McFadden's football team, but this is just an opportunity to get McFadden a little bit of a breather. It's been a rough second half for the freshman, who had made a couple of brilliant plays in that first half. But the mistakes kind of got to him here in the second with the 2 interceptions and then the fumble and the sack. He was also shaken up a little bit in the play, so might be an opportunity for Tyler Hartranft, who's had his fair share of injuries over the course of this first season for him at Hamburg, just trying to get his freshman quarterback out there to protect him a little bit and bring in Stewart, who's a big kid. Isaac Stewart's 205 pounds.
Yeah, and he answered. Stewart answered the bell, right? Answered the bell, came in when McFadden got hurt, and was able to collect the snap. Work with his center exchange was good, and move the ball down the field.
So the Hawks following their final timeout on a 3rd and 7. Stewart going to throw for it. Pass again. It's Metzler. He's found something with Metzler.
Yeah, him and Metzler are on. I mean, he is on the money, putting it right on his chest. That ball there, that little hook route out wide. Clock's down to 35 seconds. 3rd and 4.
After the 12-yard completion, 3rd down coming up, as Matt said. 35 seconds left to go. So they reset. I didn't think that Metzler had gotten out of bounds, but Hamburg's out to the line of scrimmage waiting to snap the football. Now they get the signal that they can do so. Metzler on the right side. And Stewart, this time will roll out to his left. Stops, plants, throws. Underneath route for Horvath. Makes the catch at the 25 and finally gets brought down at the 20 and down to about the 19-yard line. That'll be another first down for Hamburg. They'll stop the clock to move the chains.
Hawks are out of timeouts. Down to 25 seconds.
So they'll get at least another play or two here, and Stewart will just spike the football, and that'll stop the clock with 20 seconds to go. Make it 2nd down and 10. They're at the 19-yard line. So Hamburg just looking for some points here, trying to get something out of this second half. Stops the clock with 20 seconds to go. As Matt said, no more timeouts for the Hawks. Again, a reminder, football next week. Our high school football game is Exeter at Conestoga Valley. I did get a message from Jeff Nolan back at the WEEU studios that Exeter did get beat tonight by Hempfield. Now, it's a non-league game, so it's Hempfield in Section 1. And Hempfield battled Wilson for the first half last week before the Bulldogs came back. But Hempfield with the win tonight over Exeter. So Conestoga Valley Exeter doesn't affect the Section 2 standings, but it does keep Exeter from being unbeaten on the year.
Bob, coming into this game, Isaac Stewart, the backup quarterback, he's thrown the ball 13 times, completed 5 balls for 51 yards and 2 interceptions. I think he's done a pretty darn good job coming in cold, replacing Isaac McFadden and making some really good throws and decisions under center.
He has his team now in a 2nd down and 10 after they spike the football. Looking for more here, and the pass is broken up. Horvath, the intended target, and it's going to be pass interference. Sarge has tackled Horvath as the ball was coming his way, so that's going to be pass interference against Schuylkill Valley.
Yeah, Pamajay I mean, he tackled his receiver before the ball even got there, so I think that was Horvath. Horvath didn't even have a chance to make the play on his own throw from his quarterback.
So it'll be a penalty again against Schuylkill Valley. Bruce Harbach will not be happy with the volume of penalties that the Panthers have committed in this game, especially in the second half. That's at least the 5th penalty against the Panthers here in half number 2. And it will give Hamburg another chance here with 12.5 to go. So now a 1st down and goal to go for the Hawks. Stewart wants to throw for it, looking for the back corner. The ball is up in the air and incomplete. That time he was looking for Owen Bentz on the jump ball. Good coverage, and it's an incomplete pass. It's actually, they did not have the 1st down. They were in a 2nd and 1, so it's now 3rd down and 1 for the Hawks with 7 seconds left to go.
Yeah, it was just nice, that last throw. Nice corner route to the pylon, and Schuylkill Valley's corner did a really nice job breaking up that play. from Metzler.
So Stewart will try it again here now. 3rd down and less than a yard to pick up the first. He's got 3 to his right, including his tight end Strunk, who's off the line of scrimmage now in more of a slot receiver spot. Horvath, the lone receiver, on the left. Stewart looking that way. Nothing there. Going to go back the other way. Looks for the underneath route, and this is going to be picked off. Intercepted in the end zone by Schuylkill Valley, and that'll put it into the win column for the Panthers, as the final play of the game is an interception by the Schuylkill Valley Panthers, and that will do it. The 51st edition of the Frost Bowl goes to the Schuylkill Valley Panthers for the 4th year in a row. The final score, Schuylkill Valley 31, Hamburg 13. We'll take a timeout, back with our Pizza Como Temple postgame show and a whole lot more when we come back to Leesport after this on WEEU in Reading.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's Kettle Chips today and snack on a delicious tradition. Support your Berks County community while purchasing great new and used furniture, appliances, and building supplies at the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore carries brand name new and used appliances, furniture, home decor, and more. Many new items are manufacturer direct and are available at unbeatable prices. Stop by the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or visit our website at restoreberks.org for more information.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Welcome to the Pizza Como Temple postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business. Boy, that sounds good right now. Going strong on the Fifth Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is the Yard, a virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como in the Yard, 4600 Fifth Street Highway in Temple. Matt Lytle down the field waiting to get the opportunity to talk with Bruce Harbach. And our player of the game brought to you by the Reading Fightin' Phils and their all-new Redner's Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R-Phils all-new Redner's Event Center banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redner's Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. And our Reading Fightin' Phil player of the game is Schuylkill Valley quarterback Alex Letras. Bruce Harbach telling us before the game, look for a lot more RPOs out of Alex Letras tonight, and they did a lot more of that in the second half. But Letras throwing the football through it 18 times, completed 13 for 248 yards and a couple of touchdowns to go along with it. He completed a touchdown pass to Brandon Pyle and another one to Anthony Batista. His 17th and 18th of the season. Also did not turn the football over with. Letras running the football, carried 11 times for 46 yards. So he is our Reading Fightin' Phils player of the game tonight, as Bruce Harbach making his way over to have the conversation with Matt Lytle. But before that, he's got to take care of business. You got to go talk to his wife and make sure everything's okay with her. I can understand that. You got to make sure things are right at home before you do any of that. And so Bruce Harbach will have a visit with his wife, Linda, and then he'll talk to Matt Lytle, and hopefully he won't share the same love with Matt Lytle. Matt, take it away.
Coach Harbach, Matt Lytle, WEU, congrats on a huge win tonight, the 26th Frost Bowl winning game for the Panthers. Tell me about your halftime speech with the team. What did you say to them to come out with such passion?
Well, I think we left about 14 points on the board the first half. You know, we doinked the field goal. We drove the ball down a couple times inside the red zone, and we didn't put it in. But went at halftime, and we said, you know, let's play our football. You know, we came out the second half, put 17 points on the board, and shut them out. So our kids listened at halftime. I think our offensive coaches and defensive coaches made a great adjustment at halftime.
Was this week of practice any different from any of the others? Was it a good week of preparation, and was really the RPOs with Alex Eletris and getting Pyle the ball on the perimeter the game plan?
Yeah, we thought we could get on the perimeter with these people. Brandon has great speed, and Alex is a smart kid. He made a couple errors there with the RPO, but overall, you know, that was our plan all week. And this week practice it's week for us. You know, it's let the community, let the school, both schools and handle this for. That was a week eight practice week for us, so we'll get ready for week 9 now.
So you being a former quarterback, Alex Eletris, he was tentatively 13 of 18, 248 yards, and he had another 48 on the ground. So it might have been a record for him, or the most yards passing for Alex to date. So he is the player of the game today. So congrats on that. But huge win, 26 win for the Panthers. So, Coach, your offensive line tonight really managed the Hamburg Hawks up front in the second half. Was there something different that you said at halftime to them?
Well, I said, you know, come play physical football. They're going to send heat at us, and we picked it up most of the time. But Alex does a great job of his quick release, getting rid of the ball, and he's a great RPO quarterback, and you know, he can run the football. So we brought back our QB running game in the second half, and our offensive line knew that. So a couple of times they snuck through on the blitzes, but most of all, our offensive line did a good job up front in the second half.
So last question, Pyle, how nice is it as a quarterback to bring your fastest guy in motion? And now Bob was calling it a pop pass, but I prefer to say shuffle pass, right? Is it shuffle or
Bob?
pop?
Bob, it's a shuffle pass, not a pop pass.
Shuffle pass. All right, that's fair. I called it a shuffle pass up there, and I said tomato. But I mean, feels good as a quarterback when you've got a 60-yard completion and an 84-yard completion for a touchdown, right, when you got a guy that fast, right?
Oh yeah, well, we're glad to have him back. Last week we sat him out just as a precaution for a concussion, so he passed protocol, but we sat him out just to knowing that we need him down the road the next couple of weeks. And his speed, you know, he's 4.3, you know, just below 4.4, and once he gets in the open field, it's tough to tackle. He's a tough kid to bring down. They tried to grab him by his shirt, and he broke like a 60, 70-yarder. But it's great to have him back. He complements our offense really well. And him and Logan Cam up in the backfield, and Irv Ortiz that broke that last one. Yeah, there's some good backs back there.
Great Frost Bowl win, Coach, and hat goes off to you. 4-1 now in the section. Best of luck for the rest of the season and in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're gonna need. We know we have two tough games ahead of us, and they're both away. So we'll game plan it, and if our kids come to play, we could take both games.
Last question. NFL. Who are you rooting for the Super Bowl this year?
Hey, come on, man. I'm a diehard Packers fan. Come on, man. Green Bay Packers all the way.
So you're a Micah Parsons fan now?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't at first, but now he lightened up that defense a little bit. So go Pack, go.
Congrats again on a great win, Coach.
Matt Lytle talking with Bruce Harbach, and now we'll try to find his way through the pack of players and see if he can find Alex Eletris in that pack again. Alex Eletris is our player of the game. Our play of the game brought to you by Celebration Villa of Exeter. Celebration Villa of Exeter is continuing their September incentive through the month of October. Families that sign on by October 29th will receive 50% off rent for November and December. Get settled in your new home before winter sets in and enjoy all the holidays have to offer at Celebration Villa of Exeter. Current availability is limited. Send direct referrals to Natalie today. Matt is with Alex Eletris. Matt, take it away.
Alex Eletris, Matt Lytle, WEEU. Congrats tonight on the 26th Frost Bowl win, but more importantly, being player of the game. Talk to me about preparation coming into this week. Was it any different?
Well, I mean, we kind of prepare for every game, just like it's the most important game of the season. But I mean, we know that there's kind of like the Frost Bowl. It kind of makes it a bigger game, but we don't look at it that way, and we just prepare like we do every week, and that just helps us win.
Outstanding. Tell me about the plays to Pile on coming in motion. How does it feel as a quarterback to just shuffle him the ball and he takes it 80 yards for a touchdown?
I mean, it's amazing. Like nothing's better than when you don't really got to do much, but just give him the ball and he can take it all the way to the house. It's amazing.
I'm a former quarterback. Do you feel bad that actually goes in a column of touchdown pass?
I mean, I don't know if I feel bad, but like, I mean, I like it.
Absolutely, great plays. Couple other questions I have for you. So, what would you tell your younger self going back? If you could do it all over, what would you tell your younger self today?
I would say I mean, I used to play running back. I wasn't a quarterback, and I kind of had that mindset that that was just what I was going to do my whole life. And if I could go back and be like, this is what I'm going to be one day, I would have kind of been prepared more. I would have started earlier and just, help myself get better.
So preparation, you to put more work in and preparing for the opportunity?
I mean, not necessarily that, because I put a bunch of work in. It's just maybe I would have started earlier because, I mean, I used to play running back. I was working on that, and then, just quarterback came along, and that's what I'm doing now.
Awesome. All right, so we all have dreams, and Kenny Chesney, the Boys of Fall. So we all have dreams. What's been your dream as a kid?
My dream's always been to play at the highest level, go to the NFL. I mean, and out here is just like the next best thing to me. It's amazing just being able to come out here and lead the team, and it's so fun when we're gonna win like this.
It's great to have dreams and to dream big. So segue into that. Do you have a mentor or an idol or both?
I would say both my dad and my grandfather like coaching me through my entire football career. Like they've been motivating me, helping me out, helping me get better, and it's just been amazing. It's helped me come as far as I have right now.
All right, Alex, how about favorite player in the NFL?
Right now, probably TJ Watt. I'm a Steelers fan.
Why TJ Watt?
He's great. He's amazing. He's the best player.
What about Aaron Rodgers?
I love Aaron Rodgers too. He's new though. I can't call him my favorite yet, but all time it would be Ben Roethlisberger easily for sure.
Outstanding, Alex. Great game tonight. Player of the game, and I think it was a career high for you. 13-18, 248 yards in the air, and then you had 48 on the ground. So congrats to you again. Congrats to the Panthers, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is Alex Eletris with Matt Lytle, our player of the game. I mentioned before we went to Alex that the Celebration Villa of Exeter play of the game, and call it what you want, but call it a touchdown. And that was the first play of the second half for Schuylkill Valley. Again, going back, Hamburg kicked off and an onside kick, and Hamburg recovered it, but the Hawks unable to do anything with it. Eventually, it was an interception, and on the play after that interception, Schuylkill Valley took their first play from its own 16-yard line. They put Brandon Pyle in motion, and then that little shuffle pass forward for Brandon Pyle. He takes it, turns the edge, and goes 84 yards for the touchdown, and that was our Celebration of Villa of Exeter play of the game, as Pyle goes 84 yards for the touchdown. That turned out to be the only scoring that Schuylkill Valley needed in the second half, as the defense shut down Hamburg in the second half, forced ultimately 4 turnovers in the second half. And on that touchdown, it gave Schuylkill Valley at that point a 21-13 lead. They go on to win it 31-13. We'll take one more last time out, run through all of our scoring for tonight, and then wrap it up when we come back from Leesport after this, as our Pizza Como Temple postgame show continues on WEEU.
Hey, Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate this football season and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338. All right, welcome back to our Pizza Coma Temple postgame show. I promised you the scoring, and here it is. Again, Hamburg got the football first, unable to pick up a first down. Schuylkill Valley took possession, and on a short field went to work. They got themselves to a 3rd down and 10 at the 14-yard line, and that time they handed off to Brandon Pyle, and Brandon Pyle took care of business. Now 3rd down and 10. Klinikowski will split out on the left side. Garrett slot left. Batista split to the right side. Pyle the back in the backfield, sidecar left of Aletris. And he'll hand it off, and a little counter handoff. Pyle gets loose of a shirt, tackled by his shirt tail, and will take it in for the touchdown. They had him in the backfield. Pyle escaped it and then took it in for a 14-yard touchdown run. But this is where Hamburg showed its mettle in the first half. They were at one point in time in their next possession backed up 4th and 6 from their own 45-yard line. Tyler Hartranft left the offense out of the field. Isaac McFadden completed the pass that kept the drive alive, and then a penalty for Schuylkill Valley helped the call for Hamburg as well on a 4th and 6 at 38, and they ended up getting it all the way down to a 3rd goal at the 1-yard line, and Hamburg needed a score to try and tie up the game.
On a 3-inch line?
Not from the shotgun, it's not, as he's back there. And he's going to keep it himself. Will play action fake, and McFadden will take it to the edge and run it in for a touchdown. So it's not the tush push, but it is the quarterback who takes it in for the score for Hamburg. Unfortunately for the Hawks, however, the extra point was no good. It was a 7-6 game at that point in time. Schuylkill Valley wasted very little time, and it was that little shuffle pass to Brandon Pyle. Went 60 yards the first time they ran it, put him in a 1st and goal at the 7. 2 plays later, our Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game, Alex Aletris, finds a receiver. Aletris from the shotgun with Kamoff to his right. Going to roll out that way. Stops, plants, throws to the corner of the end zone. Has a man wide open. Touchdown for Schuylkill Valley. The 17th touchdown pass of the season for Aletris. The 7th time he found Batista in the end zone on the season as well. The extra point by Reese Wamsher was good. It was 14-6. Schuylkill Valley on top, but right back come the Hawks. A couple plays later, it's 3rd and 3 from the 35-yard line, and the freshman, Isaac McFadden, showed everybody in Leesport what he has to offer. From the 35-yard line, back again, the backside car left, and it's going to be McFadden on the keeper. He's got the edge. McFadden has midfield. McFadden down the sideline. Can anybody catch him? To the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Isaac McFadden. 65 yards. Hamburg's in the end zone a 2nd time. This is a very young Hamburg team led by a freshman quarterback, and this kid is special, and he was absolutely brilliant on that run. 65 yards for a touchdown. The extra point was good, and the Hawks are right back in it at 14-13 at the end of the first quarter. That actually ended up being the last of the scoring in the first half. We got to the 3rd quarter, and Schuylkill Valley was due to get the football first, but Hamburg came out with an onside kick, recovered that onside kick, but were unable to take advantage of it despite starting in Schuylkill Valley territory. And eventually Hamburg got their first turnover of the game on an interception. Schuylkill Valley comes up with the pick, had it at the 16-yard line, 1st down and 10 at the 16-yard line. And this was our Celebration Villa of Exeter play of the game. Alex Aletris from the shotgun will send a man in motion from the right side. There's that little pop pass, and it's Pyle. Went for 60 yards the first time. Pyle works his way through traffic. Breaks a tackle to 30, 40, 45, 50. Bryce Pyle is going to take it to the house. No one's going to catch him now. This will go for 84 yards and a touchdown. Well, the man who called it a shuffle pass, so I'll go along with him and call it a shuffle pass. Called it a touchdown for Brandon Pyle, a second of the game, second touchdown of the game, the second time that thing worked for perfection. It was the first 2 plays combined for 60 and then 84 yards. Pyle's touchdown and then Wamster's extra point made it a 21-13 game in favor of Schuylkill Valley. Then Wamshire added on for a 28-yard field goal to make it 24-13. And then one last possession for Schuylkill Valley. They had it 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line. And this time they called on Irvin Ortiz. Junior Irvin Ortiz as the running back, and he's going to get the handoff. He cuts back against the grain. He's going to take it for first down, 15, 10, 5. He's going to take it to the end zone. Irvin Ortiz, a little counter handoff, and he takes it 25 yards for the touchdown. And Schuylkill Valley does put icing on the cake. And they took the game as well. 31-13 is our final score. Schuylkill Valley wins it. The Panthers go to 5-3 on the season, and now 4-1 in Section 5. Again, a road trip to Anvil, Kelowna, and then to Lancaster Catholic to finish out the season for the Panthers as they tried to get a piece of the pie in Section 5 and also lock themselves up a district playoff spot as well in Class 3A. For Hamburg, they fall to 2-6 and now 1-4 on the section standings, and they will be at Berks Catholic next Friday night. 31-13, our final score. As for us, again, tomorrow, Penn State Northwestern on the radio begins with pregame coverage at 1:30 with Nittany Extra. Brian Tripp of the Penn State Radio Network will join Rich Garcella and myself at 1:30. Then Penn State pregame show at 2. Penn State and Northwestern at 3:30. Steve Jones and Jack Hamill have the call of the game on the radio. As for high school football, the big matchup of the weekend is Twin Valley and Wyomissing. 2 unbeatens, both 7-0, going after one another at Bob Wolfram Field. We will have a free video stream for you on our YouTube page. That's 8:30 WEEU Sports. It promises to be a great football game, entertaining football game, a high-scoring football game. Well, based on numbers, it should be. We'll find out. Tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 is kickoff time. We will have it for you on our YouTube page. Again, it's a free video stream only. Should be a great game. Hope you'll join us. If you can't join and come out to the football game, join us on our YouTube page. Put it on your smart screen TV and watch a great football game on your TV tomorrow afternoon as our high school football game presented by Group tomorrow. Again, Wyomissing in Twin Valley. Next Friday night, we will be at Conestoga Valley. Jeff Nolan told us earlier that Exeter fell to Hempfield tonight. Doesn't affect the section standings, though. It's still Exeter against Conestoga Valley at the top of Section 2, and we'll have that one for you next Friday night beginning at 6:30. That's what lies ahead for us, but right now what lies ahead most immediately is the scoreboard show, as you'll find out all the scores that happen all around Berks County and beyond on the scoreboard show. For us here in Leesport, we want to thank Jason Hayes, athletic director here at Schuylkill Valley High School, for giving us the accommodations to allow us to bring the broadcast to you. Matt Knob and Jeff Nolan back at the WE Studios. Our technical director, Sean Tansky. For my colleague, Matt Lytle, my name is Bob McCool. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the Schuylkill Valley Panthers winning the Frost Bowl tonight over Hamburg, 31-13. Have a great night, everyone. The scoreboard show is coming your way next on WEEU.
This has been High School Football, presented by Savage Auto Group on 830 WEEU.
High school sports on WEEU is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A, Celebration Villa of Exeter, Diefenbach Snacks, the Coley Insurance Group, Keith Heating and Air Conditioning, Habitat for Humanity Restore, Overhead Door Company, Render's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Ready Fight and Fills, Savage Auto Group, Shell's Restaurants, Mini Golf and Dairy Swirl, Spots Insurance, UECU, United Way of Berks County, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
WEEU is your source for comprehensive coverage and live play-by-play action from the gridiron. This is 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. The voice of Berks and beyond. 830 WEEU ready.
The voice 830.